Holy shit.
Yeah, some of these I got multiples.
So this is where'd my scope go? You can get one of these for like $15 on Amazon. So I've been checking all of mine that I want to considering sending in. But it's nice to see, like, here's what they graded everything. You can come in here and look at it and get an idea of, like, okay, well, here's what they might do with my card. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just tell this is an old fuzzy card.
Mm-hmm.
Centering a 7. I'm going to guess it's just because it's a little to the left and down low, I'm guessing. Did you clean your cards up before you send them in?
I mean, clean them up a little bit.
I say you should take like a microfiber cloth or something like that and rub them down because like they'll even take away points if you have like a thumbprint on it.
Yeah.
Do you have empty marijuana pipes?
Yeah, it's in the island counter.
So that's my highest graded vintage card, which is a 7.
I'm looking at a vintage one right. Oh, this is even older.
Yeah. No, that's not a vintage. That's regular. That's 87. That's 69.
Oh wow.
I think that's Reggie Jackson's second year.
Wow, I can't believe they gave you an 8.5 for centering, but this one only got.
Well, again,
7.
It's about 20 years older, so the cutting processes wasn't as strong. So they don't rate them as hard because then like in the 60s and 70s they were just cutting shit, blah, 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 and there wasn't as much detail. So it's just like there's not much you can do about the centering if that's just the way cards were sometimes. But now as they got better, they're like, well. And back then they didn't have as many cards available, so it's like
be able to judge the ones from back then. Like,
they do. They just judge it on a different scale.
They have to judge it. That's what drives the prices of stuff. Like if you didn't have a standard, and that was detailed as they are with their magnetic resonant imaging or whatever the hell it is that they do to the cards, like it's just.
Well, they probably look at it with over ultraviolet.
You can have 1,000 fucking cards with some player, you know. How do you know what's the best one? So that's why they have grading, and they really fucking strict about it.
Yeah. Sounds like it. How many cards are going to get graded?
Ideally, all of them at some point.
You know, the ones that are worth anything
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to get graded.
Well, like how many are worth something?
You gotta go through
A
shit
lot.
and figure it out.
How many is that? 1,000?
Well, between that and my comic books, that's again why I switched jobs so I can like collect a little bit more capital, so I can start sending these in more. Because then the idea is sell off a bunch of cards, comics, get a good collection of money, hopefully do something. I don't know what.
These cards can be worth something. They have the little 3-ways on them.
Oh yeah, I've got about 4 of those. It's Cal Ripken Jr.'s rookie card.
Buy a house bell, live on it?
I was thinking more like use it as a budget of something.
Is this an on-card auto?
Which one?
Like it? Nolan Ryan?
Yeah.
Is this his last year?
No, that's not. That's way after he retired. That's a special insert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy was still throwing gas in his 40s. Didn't he only retire because he got hit by a baseball?
No, he just was 50 years old almost and was like, that's enough.
Well, yeah, he threw like a perfect game, I thought, his last year or something like that. And I thought he took a ball to the, I don't know if it was the face or what, and he was like, okay, I'll retire.
See, like this card's
Is this his rookie?
This card has 2 Hall of Famers on the same card. I got 3 of them. But they're all like, you can tell the difference. Like if you want to look at the difference between centering and shit, look at those 3.
Why are
That
there multiple
is-
people on these cards?
McGuire's, yeah, it's his rookie.
Oh, just like a bunch of rookies or whatever?
Yeah, it'll be like 4 rookies for different teams.
Oh, that one's not even straight.
That one just happened to have 2 guys that ended up in the Hall of Fame on the same card.
Shit.
That's cool.
Just the one
But
everybody
yeah,
wants.
Yeah, it's the only one in the set that was worth much. But the problem with that is even back in the day, everybody wanted it, so it lost a lot of value because that was the one that everybody wanted.
So many
What's
of them.
800, 1200? Is that some
800 out of
statistic you
1,200. No, just 1,200 of those produced. That's number 800.
Wait, did you
Why
know
did
that?
they write that on there then? That's weird.
To make it official. I mean, that's because it's like it's a special edition like insert card, so all the information's on top of it. So it's like they don't like that's just they do that, so you know what issue number it is.
I like that. Definitely.
Because
Make
1 out of
it more
1,200
unique.
is worth a lot more than 800 out of 1,200. So you know which one was produced first. They'll do that a lot. Like even where'd that Sue card go?
Sue, you like the Indomitable?
Yeah, like that was number 9 out of 99.
Was it his number 94?
It was produced out of 99 of those cards they did. That's number 9.
Number 9.
So, like, even like with the digital ones.
This is dumb.
It's just his autograph. It's for the draft.
Yeah, but it's not even like he didn't put his picture on there or anything.
It's his picture right there.
Yeah, but like.
Well, this is a draft card. You can't put what
suited up yet.
You can't put what team he's on because you don't know when he got drafted. This is before he got drafted.
He could have put his Nebraska one on there then.
That he is wearing his Nebraska jersey, but you can't put a Nebraska logo on there because you got to pay the university. Yeah, so you can't put.
You
That's
can't
why.
see his number though at all.
That's why you can't. Like a lot of times, you'll see if a card's a generic kind of card, they won't have logos of the teams on it because they don't have permission. So you'll see a weird card with like a guy wearing a uniform. It'll look like a Giants uniform, but there's no emblems or anything. It just looks like a weird gray and orange kind of uniform. You're like, what the fuck is that? And it's just like, yeah, it's because they didn't have permission to use the uniform. But it's that way. It's that way with all college.
Number 6 of 11. Clear basketball superstar sticker.
Wait, did Derek take this?
Once I have, yes.
Well,
Did you pass it back to me?
Yeah, so Tony gave it to me.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'm always
I really want to get a Shaq rookie card. I don't think I have one.
I got shitload of.
This is gonna need to move closer to me.
Yeah, I'll move all this.
I got a bunch of the second years. I might have one rookie.
Well, no, I'll just move the box and shit. So like, this was my Dominique Wilkins rookie card.
Oh yeah.
Isaiah Thomas rookie card. I got a Charles Barkley in here somewhere.
I got Robinson rookie. Barkley. I don't have any rookies of them though.
Where's my Shaq? I got some Shaqs in here.
Do any of you guys have soccer cards?
Soccer?
I got a
He's
few
got one.
that
I
I
seen
just
it.
came from your buddy and Skylar.
Well, I didn't know if it was a thing or whatever.
See, these are all Shaq rookies here.
So they have them at least.
This is a good
This
one.
one,
Clear metal.
there's
Shaq.
2 versions of this one. There's 1A, or there's 1 and 1B. This is 1B. It's the trade-in card. So back in the day, they also used to do a thing where they would put...
I got a bunch of those saved still.
Yeah. The 1Bs aren't worth as much. The one that's just a normal one, that's the one that's worth something. I got one of those. I got a couple of the 1Bs.
Here, you probably like these. This is all the Rodmans that I got from that guy. Somebody I could tell had picked through his shit because he had no MJs or anything like that, but he had all these fucking Rodmans.
That's kind of rude.
Well, that's what you sell your cards off for.
Maybe he didn't want to sell his MJs.
I'm guaranteed he did.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have if he didn't want to.
Yeah, he didn't have any MJs. I think he only had one Pippin.
Did he say
Somebody pulled up the Kobe's. He left one Kobe in there. I don't think they found it. And I just like, oh shit, there's one Kobe. Not a rookie.
Yeah. Did he say they've been online for a little while or whatever? He's been selling.
I think I found it a week or 2 weeks after he had posted it. And I'm sure somebody went over there and they didn't want to buy the whole thing. They just picked up the cards they wanted, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they found.
Well, and I'm sure he picked through which ones he didn't want to sell.
If he kept any.
He was probably just trying to get rid of it.
Well, I'm guessing he did. Well, it also depends. It's just...
He had some cool football cards. I haven't looked all of them up yet, but they're in here too.
Some of these you could just... Yeah, it's weird how sometimes you're curious about how people acquire their cards. Because it's like you don't have all these without having a shitload more. I mean, a lot of these are commons, but you don't have a lot of these without a shitload more commons that you had to do something with.
Well, yeah, but maybe you just know they're common, so you just got rid of them.
I do have when I was a kid, I pulled out a Chauncey Billups rookie card, autographed.
Nice.
Wouldn't that just piss you off, though, if you went somewhere to look at their cards and they were just, like, straight up common, it's just junk.
I've done it.
Nothing good.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You know, you waste the time looking through it all.
This is all trash.
Topps Finest. Those were cool.
Which one did you find?
You don't even
Oh, those
recognize
these
them.
old Topps Finest.
Oh.
Those used to be the shit. I used to love those. But that's like, I think that's an older series.
Yeah, like I said,
what do you do with your junk cards?
you saw them. I have them in a big box and they're organized alphabetically.
I donated mine to an elementary school.
I need to go through that box because I got like a bunch of David Robinson rookies and.
Well, like I said, when I had my sports card shop, and especially by the time I was done, I mean, I had 150,000 common cards. Like the box he had, like I have got boxes that hold 5,000 cards. And I mean, it would just be stacks of
paper boxes.
Yeah, basically the same box, but it's just wider.
Well, I didn't see his box.
And it's like 1,000 cards in each row. It's like 5 rows, and they're just gigantic. But you put all the commons in there. A lot of times you do what he did, where you alphabetize it, so people can, instead of digging through everything, they know who they're looking for and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do that when I had the shop, because then people would come in just looking to collect. I want this guy. They might not all be good cards, but you got a bunch of them. So you put them in there, and then they go through them. But then when you're done, it's like, got tired of lugging that shit around every time I moved. Time.
For sure.
So eventually I was just like, you know what?
Never going to be worth
Here you go.
anything.
Well, and there's the thing with those is I used to, like, once a year, I would go back through all of them just to kind of, hey, something might have changed. You never know. Like, you just
Someone
never.
had a hot year.
I might have missed something. You know.
Yeah, I haven't even organized these ones from this guy yet. They're not even like Pippin, Shaq. You know, I don't have them grouped together. Another Pippin.
How do you group them?
I like to just put them by the player name.
You don't team.
I thought
People do it
about
differently.
doing team, and then as I was breaking down the teams, it was just getting ridiculous on the Bulls.
I'm just curious on
Most people just go by the name, just because the
how
name doesn't
dirty.
change, but teams do.
Yeah, but if you
Exactly.
have so many cards
In the NBA, most people, I think, that are fans, they follow not teams, they follow players.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
That's 100% true.
You have a team though. Don't
You might have a team, but the way the NBA is anymore with player movement, like I think people just now like they might have a team, but you definitely have some players
So
you
let
like
me
to
ask
follow.
you
They
this.
move around so much,
Let
you
me
kind of
ask you
have
this,
to.
because I know this about basketball. Are you on Curry or LeBron's side?
I like Curry.
I don't like either one of them.
My brother's a LeBron fan.
I'm a Giannis.
I think LeBron's.
I'm a Giannis fan.
Giannis is fucking insane. I had some
Giannis?
sick
Is
cards
that
of
the
his.
beard
I
guy?
pulled.
The Greek Freak? No, that's James Harden. He's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. No, Giannis is the Greek
The
Freak,
Greek
man.
Freak. I think I know who that is though.
And of course I'm Greek, so I'm going to be a fan of the Greek Freak.
Oh, I don't know.
And he's
that
just
you're
fucking
exactly
dominant,
Greek.
dude. Yeah, I'm half Greek, half Mexican, buddy. I'm a drunken
I do
pervert.
the half Mexican for
What a
sure.
But yeah, do you even really get into sports much? Because I don't think we ever really talked
College
sports.
football, man.
Just college football?
College football. That's all I like.
Well, that's-
I grew up wrestling. So
Oh, yeah,
I never got
okay.
into basketball.
Yeah, me neither, because they were a bunch of fucking pumpkin pushers.
There you go. Stanley.
Yeah,
That one's cool. I like fucking Levante.
right.
Why is this one like 3-dimensional? It looks like it like moves or something.
It's
Or
because
is
it's
it,
got jersey in it.
it's part of his jersey.
Yeah, like if you took it out, you could touch it, and it's like it's literally part of a
That's
jersey that gets
cool.
cut out.
It's different.
Yeah.
Do they do that all the time or whatever?
Not all the time. They started to.
So wait a second. Is that because selling likeness? Recently?
No, because
No,
if you look at his helmet,
maybe
he still doesn't have the N on his helmet, and you can't tell what that is.
So who made money off of that though?
The company that shot it. Like I'm sure they have a deal with the school.
College, but then they would have their thing on there
Well,
because those are a couple years old now.
yeah.
Nowadays they could probably do that. Get away with
Nowadays they
shit
could,
like
yeah.
that.
But see, one of the cool things I like about jersey cards is so like this is a regular jersey card, and it's a piece of their jersey, and they have to authenticate it, so you assume that it's real or whatever.
Oh, AJ Green, cool.
Yep. So you got versions like that, but
That
then you
was
have like a
cool.
Cam Newton one from his
Oh, wait.
rookie year.
Oh, it's his.
But the main difference is, see how this has got patch on it? That makes it more valuable. Like whenever you have something with
Oh
a patch,
yeah, the section
as opposed
or
to just
whatever.
part of a jersey. So like, there's
Especially
even
in
a
the
jersey
window.
card. There's different variations where you're like, oh, this has got big part of the letter or something,
Oh,
or
of
part of a
course.
number. You're like, that's
Yeah.
even better.
I
Than,
wonder what part of the
You
number
might
did
like
I
that.
get or whatever. Is that all you had for football?
You can open it up.
Is that what? All you have for football?
Yeah, all your.
No, that was just you was talking about college. So those are the only ones I have that have like college players.
Remember Classic? They always had to remove the logos on everything because they didn't have licenses to do
That's what
shit.
makes it classic.
No, they were just called. The company was called Classic.
Oh,
I want to say Panini bought them actually. So I think they make a Classic set now.
let her back in.
You hear Fanatics is probably going to buy Panini?
That's crazy. Yeah,
Fanatics.
there's always some shit like this. Oh wait, that wasn't that.
What's that? His new cards?
No, it's like a gold issue, commemorative, one trading. Yeah, it's sports companies do that shit all the time. Anything to commemorate something. That's pretty cool. Though.
Sure.
It's Mickey Mantle, so he was just looking through my cards. I got a lot of Mickey Mantle shit. That's who I grew up with.
Do they still save, or do they make like gold ones or whatever? You know,
I remember seeing like gold cards or whatever made out of metal and shit, platinum and shit.
Well, that's kind of what that was. But they also had cards that looked like they were metal.
Yeah, they have the shiny veneer
Yeah.
still. She's outside.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I debated how much to
I
bring.
don't know if you're picky about this, Tony, but if we handle any raw cards, I always like to have gloves on.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're going to be
So,
handling a lot of
if anybody's hiring, just in case they're here.
I don't think he brought any raw cards. I'm gonna guess.
No.
Are you pulling raw cards out on us?
You going to raw dog it? Just for us?
No.
I have a bunch.
Yeah, see, I haven't been to a shop in
So,
a while, but
We got beers
I wanna
and
give
shit
me some-
everywhere. I don't want to be
How-
putting raw
how
cards.
I want to
are-
give me some mellows. I got a mellow digital card.
Can I ask, how are we gonna talk about cards?
We can talk about anything. We can get into cards. I don't know. What do you mean? How
We're
are
gonna
we
talk about cards.
Is
We
this
have
all mellow?
cards right in front of us. Like, do you guys? Do you want to show off a certain, like, you have like a presentation of your cards
No.
or whatever?
I don't know. I just figured I'd bring some so I had some to look at.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Well,
is looking
yeah,
at
that's what I'm enjoying too.
Jabba. Remember Jabba Chamberlain?
Mm.
Played for Nebraska.
Fuck, I have Matt. I got all those good rookies right now in the NBA. I pulled
What is-
their fucking cards.
A-Rod.
2006 or when is this card from?
I don't
It
know.
says 2006 on the back.
Then it's usually going to be the year after that because you can't have stats of the year you make it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you use like basketball cards generally are the same. Well, actually, they're all kind of the same. It's just basketball covers 2 years because it goes from the end of one year to the beginning of another year. So like basketball cards are 92, 93, 93, 94.
yeah. Okay.
But baseball, yeah, anytime you see like a year on the back, generally, the card is going to be from the year after that. Sometimes if it's like a career card, you won't necessarily know. So like this has got his stats on it, but it's from 1908. Like his last year was in 79, but this card is from like 2000. It's like a retro card. So sometimes it's not.
Flashback.
Sort of, yeah. A lot of card companies got into printing up cards of older players that never got cards, or they're.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
check
Well,
these
so
out.
wait, when did they start printing cards for everyone? When did everyone get a card?
I got a bunch of this.
Not everybody gets a card. It used to
Still
be,
don't.
No. Well, cards. Far
Well,
as,
just okay. Let's talk NFL. You get drafted into the NFL, you get a card. I'm sure.
yeah, drafts. No, because was it 355 players get drafted? So
Yeah,
they
they
don't make
don't-
cards of every
Really, I can see them not doing
the
free
seventh
agents
round
and stuff,
offensive
right?
lineman.
Yeah,
like,
but
usually
no,
they'll
the
make them.
draft. I'm talking about the draft. The first 7. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably hit like everybody will probably have at least one card from some like somebody will do it. Just but
Okay.
usually.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes
But yeah,
sense.
like one card company's not going to make 355 versions of every, 355 cards of every player that got drafted in one
And then-
year,
and then mass
also try
produce
to
them.
try to put their own established cards players, because then you got to have.
Oh, yeah. You have to have the
your
heroes
set's
in
not
the
going to be
league or
900
whatever.
cards deep.
Yeah.
and that's just of every one of every player, because then they do inserts, they do special things, so you pick more popular.
So,
players.
how many NFL cards do you think they make every year?
Well, all together or just
No,
each company?
How many?
Like,
how many players get a card in the NFL?
I don't know, most of them probably. I mean, if you play, well, most of the ones that are in the league,
The
like if you've
starters,
been in
all
the
your
league,
starters.
probably, yeah,
Yeah.
Because generally, even if
20,
there's not,
20 people from each
well,
team.
even if
probably.
there's not a company that puts out every player, usually the teams will produce their own cards of some sort. Usually for a giveaway or like a certain game, they'll give away cards. But so they'll make cards of all their players.
Yeah, that
so
makes
even
sense.
those guys will get a card. It
There's
won't be
cheerleader cards and shit.
Yeah, it won't
you
be one of
know?
these. There's cards of
They put their
coaches' wives. You know.
Wait, does the coach get a card every year?
Yeah, but they were
With-
actually
with
They were
wins
actually
and
in the
losses?
set. No,
Yeah.
no, not like that usually. They don't have
Oh,
wins
they
and losses.
should.
Well, they might now. I don't know, but it didn't used to be like coaches didn't generally. Baseball
Pokemon
cards, a
cards,
lot
not
of
just
managers.
sports cards. They got
Dude, I got
Magic the
wrestling
Gathering,
cards.
I got a shit ton
I
of
got
those.
Superman cards.
Anything you want to put a card on.
I know I have more Scotties. A bunch of the good rookies from this year I have in some of the not so common cards. I can't find where the fuck I put them at.
Yeah, all the rookies I have are digital. I've changed so much.
Cade Cunningham, that's what I was looking
I'm
for.
disgusted with myself.
Do you know, did Cleveland make the playoffs?
I have no idea. I don't watch basketball. Bunch of fucking pumpkin pushers. I just collected their cards. Well, like I said, as you can see here, I don't really have a lot of basketball cards. I just have more like the digitals just because that was the first thing that was available that I heard about. So I bought a lot of those. So any of my experience with basketball cards now is mostly off of the Top Shot.
Top Shots?
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's that Top Golf.
That
Yeah, like
weed
I said-
got me really fucking high.
NFL.
Did it?
Spacing off.
Come back to us, Derek.
That's all right.
What are you?
We'll come find you.
Is there anybody out there?
So yeah, NFL's
What are you spacing out at? Show us your cards.
Oh, Evan Mobley. That's what I was looking for. Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and Cade Cunningham been tearing it up this year as the rookies. So one of them is going to get the.
Those are this year cards.
These are this year and last year or seasons rookies.
Okay. So just as an example, so NFL's got their own cards. So now they're doing their first ultimate tier moment ever to be released. And it was, remember when Brett Favre, after his dad died, and he came out and lit up the Raiders, I think. So that's going to be the next like big thing. And they're releasing that on the 22nd.
They're called moments.
Well, yeah. I think that's what they call these ones too. And then the basketballs are called moments. I got to remember what the football ones are called.
When does the basketball rookie cards come out where they're wearing their team's jersey, not their college jersey?
I have no idea. Usually, I know like
It's a good questions that need answers.
No, I ask these same questions that I'm curious of.
these. I don't know.
I mean, like
You have my card
understand,
collecting is like old school shit.
Tony's
Like,
not
I
an
just went
expert here. We might need a Google machine in front of us.
I just went to the store and bought cards, and I have a bunch. Like that's my.
I bought new ones just because
Google machines.
I want to get some of the cool rookies that are out right now.
Yeah.
Usually, if I want to know,
You
I
just
just
sit on them for a while.
I just go to a card shop and ask them. Like they'll tell you. You can usually tell because the prices are really jacked up, and they don't always have a lot. So that's you can tell what the.
Wait,
hot
do they
shit is
sell
at the time.
individual cards in card shops?
You can buy cards, packs, boxes.
Boxes.
Oh, that's the best.
A box of cards.
Oh,
Yeah, they're.
you go in there buy a whole
If
box.
you get a
brand-
hobby box, I think is like you're lucky if you can find it for less than $700.
It's brand new box. It's like
Well, I don't know. No, like just a regular box of cards. You just go in, and usually it's. I mean, depending on the cards, some sets are different, but you can find. 12 packs, 24 packs in a box, and you just buy it.
I bought some of those NBA hoops from 1991. They were 36 packs with 15 cards each.
Yeah, that was back in the day. They used to put a lot more in there.
Yeah.
Now you'll get like
They'll
5,
give you
6
cards.
cards.
A bigger
in a
box now, literally a bigger box,
back then
but it's
you
with
get-
less cards inside.
You get 12 to
sure,
15
of
cards
course.
per pack back then. Now you'll get like 6.
of course you
Some
do.
of the like super highest end cards, it's like 4 cards in a pack, and you're paying probably like $70 or more for it.
I mean, those 4 cards better be really good.
they're all like
or-
guaranteed, special edition, whatever. So basically, though,
you
is you want
recording?
the good player to get on there. So
Good.
out of all the players in the league, you're paying $70 and pulling 4 cards, and you're praying one of them's a superstar.
Yeah, so
It happens though.
when I was big into collecting, it was more of you were trying to get the set. Because they didn't have special insert cards like when I first started. And it was like 87, probably 86. There wasn't like the insert cards were like an all-star card, but it wasn't anything special. It wasn't like a shiny, had a jersey in it, had some kind of shiny part of it. It didn't look different, didn't feel different. It was just a card, and it was just like a part of the set, normal set. You get 550 cards to a set, and that was it. And you just wanted to collect the set. And then some of them were worth better or worth more, depending on how good the player is and blah, blah, blah. But now, I think kind of like when Upper Deck started by 89, right into the 90s, they started making
That's a
every
different
little...
brand or something.
Upper
or?
Deck was, yeah. Upper Deck kind of
It's,
took
it's top shelf.
it
essentially,
was.
is what I'm
There's
thinking,
probably
you
more
know?
better than that now, but back then it was 89 they came out. Most cards were pretty kind of just cardboard, looked normal.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. No
Upper Deck
glistens
came in, it was
or whatever.
glossy.
Yeah.
all Upper Deck bought it glossy.
That's
made
exactly
it, and
what
it was
I
just
thought.
Foil.
oh shit.
Started adding foils. to stuff.
Yeah, then all of a sudden they
Foils.
started doing foils,
They have
inserts,
smells.
and then do all this shit. So now everybody collects it,
Holographs and shit.
and they realize how much cards are, how valuable they are. So they're like, well, if we make these inserts and limited and blah blah blah, they're worth a lot more. So people are going.
So they
more
can
for
print
the,
less cards and charge you more.
Yeah, so people are more going for the one hits. They're trying to get the one insert card, trying to the special edition, and nobody, I don't think, is really concerned with just getting the normal set of cards as much because those cards aren't as valuable. They're, if you're a set collector, yeah, it's what you want to do, but they're just not the valuable. The valuable ones are the 1 of 99 or.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so-
The NBA Hoops 90-91 set for basketball. Yeah, NBA Hoops. They
That's
have a
cool.
card that's pretty
Okay.
rare out of there because it's like a no-name player. I think he actually became a coach. In the background of it, though, has the Menendez brothers sitting courtside at the Knicks game.
Yeah,
What?
I forgot about
Yeah.
In the
I got 2 of 'em.
background.
That like just
That's
came
kinda
out. Like
cool.
nobody really knew about that, and I just heard about it. Like, well, I mean, it was in a few months, but yeah, I just heard about that.
I can
It was
go
just
find
sitting
it. You gonna pull
courtside,
it
they're
out?
looking. Just the Menendez brothers.
I
Sitting
mean,
there chilling.
it's like that is good marketing right there. You know.
There's a lot of cards too that you might have a solid player on it, but because it has like Michael Jordan in the background, it's worth more.
Oh yeah, for sure. Isn't there a thing in the NBA where like players don't want to be the guy getting dunked on?
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever?
That's
Like,
that's
they
called
try
getting
to-
posterized.
Yeah,
they'll
they
put
try
you on
to
a poster.
avoid it or whatever.
Because when that guy's highlight comes out, you're going to be right there getting
There's
his nuts
a-
in your face.
Yeah.
The same NBA hoops set, there's a card that is some no-name dude, Duncan or whatever, but Jordan's on it, and it was the game he didn't wear 23 because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
he had like
20.
12 on or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think his jersey went missing at halftime.
What?
I've got one of those.
How does that happen?
Somebody went in the locker room and took it.
Yep.
And
They don't have a backup for him.
They didn't. I think it was an away game. They didn't have a backup. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a whole
I
story
can
about
wasn't
it.
a
see
way
that
game.
more of one of the players stole it, tried to and was
I don't
gonna
know.
sell
Either way,
it
it
you
disappeared.
know?
But yeah,
Wow.
no, like back then, the more valuable cards is like if you'd get an error card. That's
Yeah,
kind of what you were
that's
looking
what
for.
stamps and
There's always
everything,
something weird
though,
like that.
you
There's always
know?
something different. Well, there was one of the most infamous ones was a Billy Ripken card. It was 88 Fleer, I think. 88, 89 Fleer, but it's a baseball card, but it was like from spring training or something. And he's holding a bat, and on the bottom of the bat is written the word fuck face.
Ha!
And nobody caught it, and they released it. So
Nice.
every kid in school wanted, did you get the fuck face card?
Wow.
And then they issued probably 7 to 10 different versions of it, like one blocking it out, one doing this, one covering.
oh yeah,
because
because it was a popular card.
But
at
yeah,
that point,
everybody
or
always wanted the
whatever.
fuck face one because you're like that wasn't supposed to happen. So it's just like that kind of shit makes a card
Wow.
valuable. Even though
Oh,
I mean
for
Billy
sure.
Ripken, respectable career, but yeah,
Here it is. Right on the nub.
yeah, it just says
I
fuck
zoomed up
face.
for you.
Just in his knob. Wow. How would you not catch that? No one was like, "Oh, what does his bat say?"
And then we like I don't know, I'm sure there's numbers on it now, but back then you didn't know how many were out there. You just heard about it, and it was like it was a mystery. Like,
Well,
oh,
okay,
do you know
so-
somebody? I have a friend that has it. No, nobody has a friend that has it. You ain't seen one, and it was just
Yeah.
like, is it real? Is it
Back
not real?
when? When is that? What does that mean?
Now is now.
I
then
mean-
was then.
When was that card?
Like I said,
from?
that was 1988, 89.
Okay, that's why I wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I'm not exact. I
So,
can't remember the exact year of it. I'm sure when you looked up, I think 88 Fleer.
It's almost as old as me. So
89 Fleer.
89 Fleer. But yeah, that was the big get, and that was like I think
you think he did
Griffey's
it on,
rookie card was in there too, but everybody wanted the fuckface Billy Ripken card.
You think he used that bat, or you think he did that on purpose because it was
there's-
probably just some photographer working
well,
for the,
he's
the
a big
baseball
name in
company.
baseball still. Like he's on the MLB network, so
Oh,
they've
really?
asked him about it. And I don't exactly remember what he said. I think it was somebody else's bat. It was spring training, so somebody was like,
he's
"We're
just
doing
holding a
pictures."
bat, like, "Can we get a
It's like
picture?"
school pictures. No, it was like
Yeah.
because it's official cards or whatever. They're, so somebody
Well,
was taking
then
a picture
the-
of
the
it. So
whole
they were just like,
team
grab a
would've
bat.
had
He just
it.
grabbed a bat that was just there. Like he wasn't at batting practice, whatever. He was just there, and they're like, "Hey, Billy, let's get your shot for the cards."
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
not an actual bat.
So he's like, "Oh, just
maybe.
grab a bat," and he just reached down and grabbed a bat and just put it up there, and then they just didn't. I guess they didn't
Alright.
catch it, or maybe the photographer saw it and was just like, "This is gonna be awesome.
I'm
Someone,
gonna save all the cards.
I want to see if we can get this sent out. What
Yeah,
if I can get
yeah.
it past somebody?" Like I could see that happening too.
of
but-
course, of course.
So back then, you wanted more error cards. That was kind of a big thing that you always wanted. But you always look for rookies. When I started learning to collect, it was you look for rookies and error cards. Anything special that made a card special. But yeah, now they have so many autographs and
Do you have any special cards? Do you have any fuckface cards, Derek?
I have the Menendez brother cards and the one with I got a few of Jordan with the wrong jersey.
Okay,
number
but
on.
those are new.
No, those are from 80,
Oh, you did
90.
you did say the wrong jersey one. So
They're both from the same set, 90-91 NBA hoops.
Oh, all right.
yeah. I mean, so a lot of mine.
Is that your favorite card?
My favorite card?
I don't know if I like the way you said that. Is that your favorite card?
I'm just asking, and like, what makes a card special to you?
I just always liked sports growing up. I played them all, and you started
Yeah,
collecting
yeah.
at a young age.
So like,
I was
who's
probably like 7, maybe younger.
your favorite player or whatever? Just your favorite moment. You know, a favorite card.
Here's Menendez brothers are on his butt cheek. His 2 faces.
Wow. All right. That is cool.
Mark Jackson.
You hardly see any of the crowd in pictures like that or whatever.
Yeah.
There's got to be other ones like that. Beyonce or something. In it.
That'd be my favorite.
Your favorite card.
Mickey Mantle card.
Yeah.
All right. See that?
Wow.
Holds a special place in your heart.
Number 101 of the 1952 series.
52 Bowman, Mickey Mantle.
I'll give you $1 for it.
Maybe talk to me.
I'll
after
give
the
you
show.
2.
Talk to me after the show.
$2.50.
But yeah, that's just because growing up, I was a Yankees fan, and
You probably did like that Mantle card I showed you then.
Yeah, no, that was cool. But that's how I got into it.
That looks like computerized or almost something.
There's like illustrations.
It's illustrated.
Okay.
But no, so like one of the most famous cards of all time is a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle, and it's his first Topps card. And so that's the one that sells for bunches of money. That one, and there's a 1910 Honus Wagner. But this is the same year, but it's the other company. Back then there was 2 companies, Topps and Bowman. Bowman was around for a few years, and then they disappeared. But then they came back, obviously. But this was the same year as the 52 Topps card, which was out of my range a long time ago. And this was about as close as I could get. So this was, it's technically not his rookie card. His rookie card's a 51 Bowman.
That
so it's
valuable.
like a Mickey.
It's not worth grading.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Oh, okay.
That's a card you can definitely grade.
It's gradable.
Yeah, if you want, look up 52 Bowman Mickey Mantle. Like it's.
Is that what that's a 52 Bowman
Mickey Mantle.
BOWMAN?
Yep.
You don't have like the book. I think you could look that up online, or there's a certain.
No, it's just the
website
price changes and
that's
fluctuates. I don't remember what it was.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
But it's one like when I got the other ones graded, I kind of wanted to get these graded first, see how the whole process went. And this was going to be like in the next grouping that I was going to put in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I wanted to see because you got to take insurance out. I want to make sure I ain't going to lose my shit because
Right,
it was.
What do you think
it was
this
still
is
new
selling
back
for on
in the
eBay?
day. So it was new when I did that. So it was kind of like I didn't know how to trust it because nobody was really getting shit
It's worth
graded.
finding out, though.
Yeah.
You know?
This is graded at 2. Same card you have, sold just the other day for $3,000.
What?
Over $3,000.
It was graded a 2
a 2.
and sold for $3,000.
Yeah.
And
Here, let's compare it. Oh yeah, this card's way worse shape than yours.
yeah, it was like, what's wrong with your
It's got
card?
better centering though.
It's just old and beat up a little bit,
Okay.
but it's better than a 2.
Are these insured and shit?
Yeah, you got to get them insured, but you've got to kind of
No, that's through the mail. They're not like currently insured
No,
or anything.
no. Just fucking.
There's a
40
refractor
Glock I
version of
have,
this
like,
going
that's my
around right now
insurance, like,
too.
don't be fucking with my shit.
All right. Well, we're not.
Oh
talking-
my!
Oh
so
my.
this just
What?
sold last
I keep-
week.
I keep my shit.
Same card. It's a 8 PSA. Sold for $38,500.
No way.
I'll give you
One
$3.
card. I'm gonna give him 5. So
About treated it.
Buy it now, price at $10.
Damn.
Let's compare this to yours.
That's cool.
I wouldn't say 8. 8's probably nice for
Get
that.
the fucking.
But like I said, if you
light
go
out.
Yeah,
vintage,
this is way better condition and has way better centering.
I'd put mine at like a 5, maybe a 6.
You're definitely better than that too.
Are your some edges or some bad or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just all around. It's just, it was a card that was collected. Like I said,
4 or 5 is probably pretty fair.
a lot of these cards weren't necessarily. Some people had the forthright to take real good care of them. And
Forthright?
occasionally, forethought. Sorry, they had the forethought to take care of their cards and actually do whatever. But some people just had cards and they just kept them. They looked at them and shit.
Well,
and played with
yeah,
them.
who's
so
gonna
they just
get
have
cards graded
They
as
just
a
have
kid?
little wear and tear.
I
on the
have-
sides.
I
but
have-
the centering's pretty
They're well
good.
loved.
Yeah.
I have like the utmost respect for you guys for having cards in good condition and shit. Like I do remember buying packs of cards as a kid, but like I don't know, I would just like look at them and shit or fucking throw them around and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that I ruined handling as a kid. I still have.
You
Most
still
of them
have
are in good shape, but
I've
there are
lost
some
them.
I'm like, fuck.
I've traded them for stupid shit. I've lost them.
I pulled a Patrick
Really?
Ewing rookie card, and it was an original print from the 80s that they inserted in this pack in the middle of the 90s. Wanted in a pack, and then somebody like pulled some bullshit on me and fucking stole it from me.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So you lost
I can
it.
name her still.
So that's what I was curious. Like
Laura.
the card you've lost or traded away. What's that one card you wish you had?
That
back?
card?
That one. What was it again?
It was Patrick Ewing rookie card. I don't even remember what type. It was
I don't know
probably
who that is.
Tops, I guess.
basketball player.
Tops. Good one.
I wouldn't say it's probably the one because I lost.
Just a memorable something.
Well, the one that always stuck with me. I did lose one card that kind of sucked, but there's nothing I could do about that. But one, I kind of got hustled on a 89 at the time. It was big shit card, 89 upper deck, Ken Griffey Jr. rookie
Pack
card.
of pudding or something.
No, I traded it. Well, I thought it was a good deal because I traded it for a set, and I think it was like a 89 score football set.
How long
it had
ago
like
was
Barry
this?
Sanders rookie cards in it. Oh, I was in middle school probably, so 50 years ago. No, I don't know. It was probably right around the same time they came out, 89, 90s, 91, somewhere in there. But no, it might have been 89. But I traded that card.
And you were
for
30
a
in
set.
'89, right?
Yes. Yeah. I was in middle school. I traded that card for a set, which, like I said, it was a legit trade. It was a good set. Had some good cards in it. But, like I said, the 89 Upper Deck, Ken Griffey Jr. was kind of a card. It was like a game changer in card collecting. Like, it became a bigger deal just based on what it was. It was, like I said, they were glossy. They were brand new.
Yeah.
They were high end. Ken Griffey Jr. was like a legit can't miss prospect. He was 18. He was
His
in the
dad
majors
was a
at
really
18.
good player for a
Dad
long
was a
time.
great player. He was just fucking
I have his dad's card
one of
actually
the
with the Reds.
best swings of all time. Like, he's a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
yeah.
He was like legend to be Hall of Fame as soon as he played. So everybody knew he was going to be awesome. And he was number one in the set, which is always important.
So did the like McGuire and Bonds lose value when they got kicked out of the league and shit?
A little bit, but like I got a Bonds.
Oh wow, a young one.
Oh yeah, they lost a little bit, but
Fleer.
they come back. It also
What
depends
is
on like,
that word? Fleur.
I don't know what it's worth.
MJ cards, they were worth more during the Last Dance series. They give a boost to everything. Kobe Bryant has a
Oh,
new series
yeah,
coming out, I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
this August.
But the thing that makes up for that trade
Wow. Also, like these are both rookies.
is that was the card, and I've gotten multiple back since then. So I like made up for it. Like, fuck you, I got my cards back.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so
okay.
these, like, it kind of came back to me. Obviously, I got the hustle on the deal because the card was worth like $150 at the time, and the set was worth $35-$40 at the time. So I was like, I didn't realize it, and then I traded it, and I found out, and I was like, shit. So I felt like I got hustled, but I'm like, screw you, I got it back. But yeah, those I think they're both rookie cards.
What's this? What's the United States baseball team?
It's the USA baseball team, the Olympic team.
Used to be an Olympic.
He was on an
baseball team.
Olympics
Yeah.
team or whatever.
Yeah.
I never heard
Yeah,
that.
McGuire was.
Big Mac.
He looks like a fucking Big Mac in there.
And that's like what I was saying, like an insert card. Like, this is how they did inserts. It wasn't, this is what was different. It was a USA team card, but it was still part of the normal set. So there wasn't, like, a certain, you got to get this certain card as an insert.
Wow, see, like that's insane to me. I thought that this one looked better, but then when you flip it over, this one's got like mostly 9s or whatever, and this one's all 8.5s.
Let me see.
In case
I
anybody's
shuffled them.
wondering, that's what cards sound like when they're in cases, when they're graded.
I
They
was
don't-
So these
shuffling
have the
to 'em.
same grade,
Sounds like
but
we're
then the
dealing with, like,
individual
concrete
scores in
plates.
the back are different.
Yeah, that's why I was really confused about. Oh yeah, he's pulling it out.
So, like, even that,
Yeah, I
like,
get a
that's
picture.
Derek Jeter minor league card. Oh, look at the expert. Let me get out my eyepiece. Let me examine the difference. And the good thing about that
I
is,
can do it right.
Can you tell a difference?
I have only looked at one card so far.
and then you got to look at,
This one's got a cut down the edge that you can see. I would imagine just
Like it
looking
slipped?
at this one, I'm going to guess without even looking at the other one. This has a lower edge score than the other one. Am I right? The one on top has a lower edge score.
boom,
I haven't looked at the
boom.
other one yet, but that one has a bad cut.
The one on top has bad edges.
Yes.
8.5 versus a 9. And now you know the rest because one of them had all 8.5s and one of them had almost all 9s.
Yeah, see, the
And
grading,
1/8 or whatever. on all
the
of them.
differences in their grading is weird sometimes. So
Have you been no, this was worth more or whatever on any of them? Because
no,
do you know until they get back, or do they tell you over?
no, you don't find out till you get them back.
Yeah, you open
and
the
then
package,
you open it and you just look. Yeah,
and you're like, this is not
Well,
a 7.
the one, yeah, that was the one that confused me, I guess, more than anything. It's not like I doubted it because I'm like, whatever, I understand certain things are rated differently or whatever. It's just, I guess, I think it analytical sort of, and like there's a formula and you should take the numbers and it should at least be an average of the numbers.
It
or
should
something.
be public. It should be like you should
But
be able
like-
to look up what's wrong. with
So
it
I've
or
got the
whatever.
card. It's one's
thank
corners
you.
are 9, edges 9.5, surface is 9. It's almost perfect card. The centering is a 5, which it's not makes it sound like it's cut in half, which it isn't. It's just that one little line at the bottom. But all of a sudden 9.
Oh, this was the same one.
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's got
I don't
like
know.
3 9s or 9, 2 9s, 9.5, and then a 5. But then it comes down to a 6. And I'm like, how does that make it a 6? Like, it should be at least like 7.5, maybe.
Oh,
like,
that 5 just ruins
yeah,
it.
but then it's just
though.
like it's not even. It's a 5 out of 9. So like I said, or 5 out of 10. You would expect it to be what? Is it half of a card? No, it's just that little line right there.
So is that worth saving in the whole pack, or like is it better to sell them individually or all in one?
Individually.
Okay.
Because, well, like I said, it was different.
So
when
when
you
are you
wanted
gonna-
to buy a set, you bought just the numbered set. This is like the normal numbers. A lot of these inserts have different numbers on them, so they're not actually part of the set. They're part of the insert set.
You want to hear something crazy?
Blow
People
my
now
mind.
will go to stores with a scale and weigh packs because specialty insert cards will have a different weight than the base cards, and they'll tell the difference, snatch up that pack. So people will go there buying cards thinking they have a shot at something special, but somebody's actually gotten it down to a scale level and figure out which ones are better to buy.
I mean, that's kind of fucked up.
Well, certain card places won't let you do that. They're not going to sit there while you weigh a card. And
Well, I
shit.
could see you doing it really like
One of the ways they used to do it is kind of the
they'll
same
pay you-
way, but a lot less technical. Is the inserts usually thicker? Like, have you seen some of the ones that you said look 3D or whatever?
Yeah,
it's because it's got
yeah.
a jersey in it or a card or a football piece of a.
I could see that.
So it
Squeeze
makes the
first.
card thicker. So people used to go in and just grab the thicker ones. Well, the card companies start putting like cardboard inserts that are thicker.
Foam.
Yeah, the little foam inserts, and so when you go to grab it, it was the same way because then you could just grab a pack and tell the difference.
Yeah,
But
of course, naturally.
A good card shop owner's not going to let you sit there and.
Well, because if you
go
touched
to a
it-
place, you could do it.
If you touched it, you could break them or whatever, right?
Well, you can't break them.
You could bend them.
If you're an idiot,
If you grab it and just snap it like that, yeah. But
Yeah.
They ain't going to let you do that either.
Well, what if you did though?
they'll
As a-
get your
as a-
hand chopped off. That's Hammurabi's code.
Well, that's why.
That's the code.
Is that why you don't buy them at Walmart? Because people could do that at Walmart, right?
That's what a lot of people do, like the scales and shit. Like, you know, it's
Yeah,
just fucking
yeah.
well, I
that's
don't buy
what
them at
they don't
Walmart because, like I
care.
said, it's
They
different.
probably didn't bring their own scale. They probably just grab it off the fucking shelf.
so why are
It's
you?
different cards you'll get at Walmart.
Why are you wasting your time with Walmart cards, Derek?
Because you still get stuff in them. Like,
Yeah, and it's fun cracking a pack.
that is
Cracking
true.
a pack, man.
Yeah, there's something, like I said, there's something. I just
Really?
It's like
Have
Christmas.
you been buying cracks
Everyone
too? Or
when I bought that
Packs?
big
Packs?
box, of
I haven't in
NBA
a while,
hoops,
but every time I
I had
drive,
so much fun opening it.
I
It's
drive
just-
by a card store all the time, and every time I go by there, I'm like, I'm gonna go get me a box.
I quit a while ago.
Just roll in there and get a box. It's just like an
Just
addiction.
I'll just get one box.
Yeah, just one box.
You know
one
where
box.
Blue and Fly is at off 72nd and Dodge, roughly?
Blue and flies.
Blue and Fly, the Asian restaurant. They've also got the pet store.
What?
Petco,
It's a
whatever
restaurant
called.
and it also sells pets.
No, it's a
That's
strip.
good.
It's a plaza. Anyways, there's a card shop there.
I wouldn't eat that.
If you're
Got
really
it.
into the old stuff, that's just all the guy has is mostly old baseball cards.
Yeah, that's my shit. That was my specialty. Like I said, I've got. I mean, I got 5-6 copies of Cal Ripken Jr.'s rookie cards.
What year was his rookie? 84?
Ripken 83. But I mean, because like I said, I grew up a Yankee fan, and then when I got my stepdad into realizing, because he didn't understand why I collected cards so much, and then I kind of showed him how it's worth money, and that really kind of hit home to him. He's like, "Ooh, I like money," and so he had a lot more money than I did, so he would buy a lot more cards and better cards. But he used my kind of knowledge of cards, but he was also
Sounds like he was exploiting you.
no. Hey, a lot of the ones I got were from him.
That's thoughtful.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
can I have that bottle opener, Dirk?
So
Never mind.
He ended up because he had grew up around baseball, so he had more of the player knowledge for before I grew up. Like, I knew the
Yeah.
current shit, but he knew a lot of the older shit. So he would go in there and spend more, and like we started going comic conventions, and it was awesome. We go to card shows.
So he
and
was
spend
buying
it-
individual cards.
Oh yeah,
Essentially.
because he was looking for certain cards and certain players.
That's cool.
And, that's how I got a lot of. But and also we grew up Yankee fans, so I have a lot of old Yankees cards and shit like that. So that's kind of where I started. But I mean, we had one of the best times I ever had was we were out going card shows in Denver when I lived out there.
Were you?
And we ended up old McNichols Arena where the Nuggets used to play.
Oh.
Way back in the day. They tore it down. But we kind of drove by and McNichols was packed. And we're like, what's going on there? There's not a game or anything. So I looked and I was like, oh, there's a card show. I was like, oh, sweet. Let's go in there.
Like a convention.
Yeah, well, that's what it ended up being. We didn't realize it. We just thought it was like a big card show. So we were like, cool. So we go in there and we just kind of go on some back entrance. We're like, I don't know where to go. We're just kind of looking for some place. And some guy's walking out at the same time. And he's like, man, you guys are lucky. And we didn't know what he was talking about. So we just walked in. He let us in. It turns out you had to pay like $25
You
bucks
went
to
in
get
through
in.
the back way.
Yeah, completely by accident. Like we weren't trying to do it. We just didn't know what the hell was going on. So then we go in there, and there was just sponsored event going on because there was free pizza down on the floor. You could go down on the court and walk around there, and there was cards all over the
Because they're
place.
expecting people to spend money and.
Well, yeah,
shit.
it was some big convention going on. We had no idea what it was. So we're just walking around, and we're looking at cards, and we're at this table. All of a sudden, fucking
Fake.
Dikembe Mutombo stands up next to me. He was like at a thing signing autographs.
I got a bunch of Dikembe
He fucking
cards.
stands up. I was like, holy shit! I never realized what 7 foot
Did he
4
wag his
looked like.
finger at you?
Yeah.
No, huh?
Did he wag his finger at you?
No, he didn't even know I was there. I was just like, holy shit! I just got out of the way.
Another ant.
Yeah, and he just walked out. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? Why? This is not a card show. And then, yeah, it was some kind of big sponsored event. And, yeah, we just got in for free. And
Nice.
bought a bunch of cards.
Did you buy some? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we
good.
bought some shit.
Got to bring cash.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, there's some fucking shit goes down. Like, people will, like,
That's why I learned to
have,
fucking...
like, millions of
that's why I learned to
dollars
deal,
are going
man.
through there in cash and shit.
When I got that card with
Sling?
the 4 game worn jerseys,
Yeah.
that was a guy I was buying Kobe Bryant rookies from. Like, hey, would you be interested in this card? And I was like, yeah. And I quickly looked it up, saw what it was going for, and was able to get him to whittle it down a little bit for me, thankfully. But I got lucky though with that guy though. He needed to make a quick sale because his truck was breaking down or something. And he had to get it fixed.
That desperation does a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of good deals.
Have you ever been to a comic book convention?
Not really a convention. Most of my comic books, I grew up around a comic book store, and the guy got me into it, and so I kind of would always find one place and just stick with it, and just I don't really go to conventions.
Okay,
things
okay.
Like that.
Well, I was just curious if what was
No,
what was crazier, like
The closest thing I ever
card
got
at
was
convention or whatever?
I ended up at a comic book shop on May the 4th, which also happened to be free comic book day, and it was an accident. We just went there because it was my brother's birthday.
There just happened to be a line outside and shit.
Yeah, and I went to go buy him some of those Funko Pop guys. So I was like, yeah, let's go get those. And so we get there, and I'm like, why the fuck did Captain America just get out of this car? What is going on? And you look up, and there's just lines coming out. I was like, what? And I was like, what day is today? And he's like, it's my birthday. I was like, no, like, what fucking day is it?
He knew.
He's
He
like, May
knew,
4th. I'm
didn't he?
like, God damn, this is going to suck. Like, that was a little rough. But that wasn't a big deal.
That would be fun.
They're completely
That would be
different. Like,
fun.
card conventions were always... It wasn't... I don't know. It was a bunch of old sports guys usually. So it wasn't... They were... I don't even want to say... not. They weren't the same as comic book conventions. Comic book collectors are different than sports card collectors.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
you get a lot. Yeah,
I could see that.
because one's a group of sports fans, and the other one is a group of comic book fans.
Yeah,
so it's just a little different crowds of people.
different type of nerd.
Yeah, it's
still
way
nerd.
different types of nerds. But no, like they're like the
Nerd.
testosterone levels are different. I guess like you got sports fans.
Some
Yeah.
brawls over
Like if my
cards.
Yeah.
People pulling guns out and shit.
Maybe not guns, but there was definitely fights. Like you find, it happens because you think somebody's trying to hustle you and all that shit. And it wasn't as much of a community, I guess, I would assume, as like the comic book world would be. I feel like the comic book world is a little bit more of a community.
Yeah, at least.
Whereas sports cards, I felt like it was
They're
more
more introverts.
more cutthroat in the sports collectors world. But
oh yeah, it's ride or die.
yeah. So I kind of felt like it's. Hey, it could be. Like I felt like it was just a little bit different, but yeah, it was.
All right. Okay.
Neither one of them.
I would like to go to a.
Neither
comic
one of them were
convention.
uncomfortable.
I was at a zombie convention one time. I was working the zombie convention. It was really weird.
I bet that'd be fun.
It was different. I'm kind of glad.
Did
I got
they play that
experience
song?
No. What song?
Zombie, zombie, zombie.
No, the Cranberries.
Yeah.
No, they did not.
But no, I was never uncomfortable at any sort of place. Like they were fine. Like I said, that's where I learned you could not hustle, but you could negotiate. Like anytime I'd go buy something, that's the price.
That's half
that's
the
what
fun.
you give them. Like you get there, and I've learned you can know you don't just because it says $10 don't mean you gotta give them $10. Like
You
offer them
haggle.
$5, see what happens.
It's asking price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
So-
They're like, yeah. You just offer them. Like all they can do is say
So
no.
let's talk about big picture here. What is the goal?
Well, like
It's an investment.
for me, yeah, it's been an investment for fucking. I'd
Is
say
it-
20 years, but it's been longer than that.
Is
for
it something
35
that's
years? I guess
hard to let go of?
It used to be,
stop
but now
collecting,
it's
to
not.
stop
Stop
collecting?
collecting? Yeah.
Are you worried about that though? Like you're collecting all these cards, then to finally sell them all and be done with
I
it?
went
Will
and
you
bought-
ever be done?
I went and bought comics the other day before I realized I'm trying to grade all my comics and sell all those. Like that's what I've been doing. I cataloged them, and so I was at a comic book shop, and I was like, "I'll buy comics." Just bought them like it was normal. Then I'm like, "Why did I just do that?" I'm actually getting ready to sell all my comics, but part of it was a set.
Are there good comics nowadays?
There's
Tony's
tons
all
of
about
good
the
comics.
set.
What kind of good comics?
Anything that they're making a movie about, anything they're making a TV show about, as soon as that happens, they announce it, the prices of whatever it is go up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, yeah, anything. As soon as the Avengers came out, anything involving the Infinity Gauntlet went crazy. Like, comics have gotten just as crazy as cards have. if not more, because every time a movie comes out, fucking goes right up.
Yeah.
So like I can bet Thor shit is getting ready to go.
So
up
was
again.
there a bunch of Spider-Man? And Batman stuff that just went
Yeah,
on?
and that was a crazy thing is like I tell you when I go through my cards every now and then just to see what's different, see maybe prices have changed. I'll go through my comics. I've got probably 5,000 comics at home. So
Oh, you're just talking about trying to sell your current comics, though.
well, yeah.
I thought you were talking about current comics coming out.
No, I don't collect comics as much anymore. I collect things that I've been looking for. Like I'm still buying. Like I said, I bought Thanos' Quest. That thing's been out for a long time, but I've never gotten the second book, and I always wanted to have the second book.
Those are like established.
But I'm not out there
books or
buying
whatever.
current
Yeah,
issues
yeah.
of something because I'm
Yeah.
like I don't know what
8,000,
storylines are going on.
whatever.
Comics, yeah, you got to stay into it because they change the storylines all the time.
Do you read them or you just collect them?
I read them. If I buy them, I'm generally reading them. Like,
You have to buy two, so you
Not-
just don't
well,
even
yeah, that's what you're
touch one
supposed to
of
do.
them.
But I mean, if you don't mistreat it,
I was buying-
You can leaf through it pretty easy and not really ruin anything, and just read it once, put it away. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I was buying some Walking Dead comics for a little while.
I remember that.
what were you buying them to read them or just to save?
I was just reading them.
Yeah,
But I was saving
You
them.
had the
I was
graphic novel, too,
stacked.
didn't you?
when they first
No,
came out,
I never bought any of the collection graphic
like the
novels.
first issues of Walking Dead when they first came out are worth a ton of money now. Like,
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was buying like episode 100 or whatever. You know.
but even then, you never know. You'll catch an issue where somebody was introduced, and
yeah, there was like special,
because
editions.
guess what?
They would
When
always
Venom
do.
came out, Venom didn't come out as his own comic. He came out as a symbiote suit on Spider-Man.
on episode 8, 6, 7 or whatever.
Well, he had his own thing because there was a whole issue going on, Secret Wars, I think it was, and that's where he got the suit. But at the time, it was just a suit. It wasn't anything that they really knew. It wasn't Venom.
So
But now,
Have
as you
we
collect, you could have just bought
transitioned-
that one comic and you just happened to get it because you wanted to read it. And then next thing you know, it's first appearance of Venom. It's now worth
you
so
didn't
and so
even
much.
know,
Yeah, and you just
But
bought
this
it
is
just
from
to
the
buy it.
80s again. You're talking about 70s,
90s
really,
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
90s.
So
Well, we can transition to comics.
We've transitioned. I feel like to Marvel current
can.
state. And
we can
stuff.
do that too. I got no problem.
You mentioned the Thor trailer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Have you seen this, Derek?
Thor trailer, negative.
Oh man,
Was it
just
Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder just came out yesterday, I believe.
Really? I just happened to flip
Does it
through
still
something.
have,
and I was
what's
like,
his name is the actor?
Hemsworth?
Hemsworth is
Chris,
in it.
Is that right, Chris?
Chris. Yep.
Yeah, he's one of the Chris's, and so is the
One
other
of
Chris.
Hemsworth. This is
One of the
Pratt's in
Pratt's-
it too.
Chris
You
Pratt's
got the
in it, too.
Guardians in it.
and the return of Padme as
Something
Padme.
seems. Yeah, Padme. Yeah.
Padme. What the fuck's her
the
name?
actress?
Keira Knightley.
No,
There you go.
no,
Isn't it Keira Knightley?
no. It's Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie Portman. That's who.
That's
it
what he
was.
said.
That's exactly what I said. I don't know what you heard.
Jane Foster or whatever.
Yeah.
she's
Jane
now,
becomes Thor.
She's now Thor. She took his name, Thor.
Jane
Right.
Thor.
I don't know.
I think in a comic they might have. Well, no. I think was she Lady
She
Thor?
is-
I don't remember what they called her in the comic.
Yeah, she's Thor.
I wasn't reading a lot when that happened, but it did happen. It's like, but I think in the comics, I don't know what's going to happen with this, obviously, because it's different. But he became unworthy for some reason. I think he decided to stop being Thor or whatever. For some whatever reason, he became unworthy.
Well,
to
he's already
wield the
done
hammer.
that. He's already done that.
Yeah, he was
though.
overweight Thor.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think
Yeah,
that's
he
what it
he
becomes.
works out and he gets thin.
Yeah,
or
he shows him
whatever.
working out, flipping the chains and shit.
Yeah.
But so that happens where she becomes Thor.
A montage.
Yeah. I just don't know why they're going to do it in this one. We'll see.
I mean, it's interesting looking. I'll watch it.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'll watch
He's
it.
going to get replaced by Lady Thor.
Yeah.
Just like all
They got to get rid of all of them.
the heroes are getting replaced by lady heroes.
Are the movies influencing the comic books?
Yes.
I'm sure
They
they have.
They have to be.
Because I ask is like Chris Hemsworth is basically probably aging out of it. You know, he's
Yeah.
been doing it for 20
Well,
years.
No, because a
No,
lot of the storylines they're
15,
using are
maybe now.
storylines that comics have already used. So it's like
That's what I'm saying. Are they influencing
they
the comics
keep paying
then?
homage to like a bunch of different comics. You know,
Like the
I do
comics
believe-
introduced
They're
a Lady
picking and
Thor because
choosing.
the movies were obviously couldn't keep Chris there forever.
no, Lady Thor came out a long time ago.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know, like long time ago, but it's been a storyline. It wasn't a thing where they're just like we should put this in.
But there's also been Crocodile.
Do you have any
Thor.
Lady Thor magazines or comic books?
There's been Crocodile Thor before.
Crocodile Thor.
Or no,
Loki.
Crocodile Loki. Excuse me.
Well, see, yeah, that might. I don't know if that was a storyline in the
Oh, there was a
comics.
Crocodile Loki. There was a Crocodile Thor.
Yeah, I think that wasn't that supposed to be from some universe where they were all crocodiles, and so there wasn't actually a crocodile Thor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember that being in the comic. It might have been. I don't know. I didn't read a lot.
I mean,
of
comics
Thors.
have been going since the '60s, though. So, like, yes, they've had to like come up with new things every generation. You know,
But I don't. Yeah, I don't follow each of the comics like that. Because I'm so sporadic lately. Usually, what I'll do is I'll go into a store and just kind of ask about what storylines are going on, and if a storyline sounds interesting, I'll kind of start getting into that. So it's just like whatever happens in the individual issues, I don't really know because I don't. There's not one character that I follow.
Well, it would probably be
constantly.
hard to just jump in somewhere, you know, without like give me an arc somewhere, you know.
Yeah, because that's usually how they go. I mean, they go in storylines like that,
Yeah.
where there's 4 issues, 5 issues, 6 issues of a certain storyline. That's an easy way to get in there. It's just like, what's a cool storyline going on? That's how I found out about Infinity Gauntlet when I started. Like I said, when I started collecting, that was being introduced into the Marvel. It was the Infinity Gauntlet series. Was brand new. So when I walked into the comic book shop, it was just like, what's cool? Like, what's going on? And the guy's like, oh, this whole series just started because they'll do summer arcs, usually over the summer's big storylines because kids are in school and shit. So so that's you introduce big storylines. I think that's why anyway. But yeah, so at the time they were just like, oh, there's a storyline where this guy gets his glove and he fucking does all this power shit. And I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. Started reading Infinity Gauntlet and I was hooked. Like,
Was it still Stan Lee writing that shit?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I assumed so.
yeah. This was
It's really
right.
sad he never got to see the.
This was
completed.
right at probably right before comics started getting really overdone. Because this is when it got popular to the point where they started doing it more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
And then, like, shortly after I got into it, it got really saturated.
Well, it was also not that long after that the movies started coming out. And
Yeah.
answer your question from earlier, if the movies ever like influenced the comics, they have to have because the movies are more popular than the comics now. You know, people go get comics because they know Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. You know, they
But I
want to
don't
go
think
read
they've
that
influenced
about
them other than maybe some of the characters kind of look like the characters now. Because the comics have been going for so long, the storylines have already been written. So anything that the comics or the movies are going to show, they've done.
But they're
it.
probably
Like,
writing current Tom Holland Spider-Mans, aren't they?
I don't know what's going on with Spider-Man.
I assume so. Why wouldn't they?
Shit, the last time I
Why
was
wouldn't
collecting was right after he died.
Why
What's
wouldn't
the
you go
most
capitalize
expensive
on
comic
that?
book you've ever seen?
Ooh.
Fuck, ever seen? I don't know. That'd be different than which ones I have. Well, I don't even know which the most expensive one I have is, but I don't know. X-Men #1 probably.
Wow.
What would that
I don't
do you
even
think
know.
might go for?
I wouldn't even guess right now. But I think at the time it was $5,000 maybe. I mean, it could be worth a lot more.
What was that time? Like,
It was before any of the movies came out. It was like an old comic
What's
book
the
shop
story
in
of one?
Boulder.
Wolverine.
No, Wolverine wasn't around X-Men 1. No,
Just
it
Charles. Or Rogue.
It was Charles, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Iceman. I think
So the
Beast,
team was
maybe.
formed. There was a team of X-Men.
Well,
Well,
the
that's why
first
they're the
one,
X-Men.
yeah. The first, I mean, that's kind of how it starts. So, yeah, they always have origin stories, but the first one is them. Yeah, they're already a team. They're not a very good team, but they're a team. They're still doing their thing.
Yeah. No one's
Not that I
perfect.
necessarily know the storyline. I didn't read it. Like I just saw it. I didn't get to touch it.
Oh, okay. See,
But I held it, and I was like, oh my god, like this is X-Men #1. But yeah, there was this awesome. I can't remember what it was called. But there was an awesome comic book store in Boulder that I used to go to when I lived out that way. But
what do
they
you
had
think's
a
the
lot
most
of cool shit.
expensive comic ever?
Kind of
Just
depends.
old
Probably either first appearance of Superman, could be like a Journey into Mystery. I think it's 15. That's first appearance of Spider-Man.
From like the
But
60s.
oh no, first appearance of Superman was like in the 40s, I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's probably the most expensive. I think it's generally kind of always been that one for a while.
Wow. Well, yeah.
I just don't remember if it's been so like it's so
Spider-Man
obviously.
fight Hitler? Batman did.
Spider-Man fight Hitler?
Yeah.
I don't think Spider-Man took that one on. He was friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Batman fought Hitler?
I don't know. One of them.
Superman, I'm
I think
sure it is.
Superman, of course.
Sure he
Superman, I think,
did.
was written to be like the American hero.
The American anti-Hitler.
Well, no, Captain America was written to be the American hero. I mean, Superman was
Well,
an alien. He wouldn't be an American hero.
he's
Superman
a fucking
was like
alien, Derek.
everywhere. I know he's an alien, but you know he always fights with America.
Yeah, he's
Well, yeah.
he of course America's
He grew up in Kansas.
blessed. You know,
Unless you read Red Sun Kryptonite, Red Sun,
where he's Russian.
yeah, Red Sun Superman or something like that.
Yeah.
That's where he grew up in Russia instead of America.
The meteor or whatever he
Yeah, the
comes
meteor
in
crashes
on.
in Moscow or something.
Yeah,
but-
he could be Russian.
Other than that, he's always been, well, I guess American. But It's like calling Jesus American or God American.
Of course he is.
Like, he spent a lot of time here, I guess. But
God bless.
Yeah, he got his passport.
He was an
America.
alien. But, nah, so I would think
Lane has a
Spider-Man number
painting that
one's
begs to
probably.
differ.
And I don't even know if he popped
Oh,
up
yeah,
in
the Jesus
Spider-Man
alien.
number one or Superman number one. Or
God's in Jesus one or in Spider-Man.
I think Lobo fought God. Right?
Is that in the Bible? Is that Old Testament?
Might have been. The Bible of Lobo. They do that every now and then. Like some comic book character will fight God or Jesus or something. Yeah, they'll do that shit randomly.
Well,
South Park did it.
speaking of Thor,
Yeah, no shit.
they're bringing Zeus in.
Are they?
Yeah. Wasn't Zeus the Thunderbolt guy? Or
Oh
whatever?
yeah, originally. Like I don't think they're bringing him back. He died.
Yeah. No, Zeus is in it. No, you're thinking of Odin.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't see Zeus in it.
Oh, Den.
Oh,
Yeah, I got my mythologies mixed up.
yeah. Odin's
remember
the,
seeing-
the myth of
I don't
the
remember seeing
Norse.
Zeus.
Zeus is in it. Not. They don't show his face because it's Russell Crowe or something.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's he shows a lightning bolt.
Huh.
It's Zeus. They're bringing the gods in.
The gods.
The gods, because there's also the Egyptian gods. If you're watching
Moon Knight.
Moonshine,
Moonshine. Haven't watched that either. No, I haven't started Moon Knight yet. I wait till they all come out.
yeah,
I
I got sucked into it so far.
I'm-
I was curious about the Egyptians.
I'm scared I'm gonna be, so I don't want to even get.
We'll
close
see
to
though.
It.
I'm sure it'll suck at the end. It always sucks at the end because
Wow, so negative.
Disney has fucking sucked with their shows lately. Like,
Is Moon Knight a Disney show?
yeah,
Oh, I
Disney
didn't know
Plus. I didn't like any of those series. You
Which
know?
ones? The Star Wars ones?
No, well, that too.
Nice. I
It's
didn't
not
watch
even get
none of those.
started about the next Star Wars.
Yeah, I haven't even watched any of those.
But,
Which ones are you talking about? Just their
well,
shows
no.
like the Loki?
Yeah.
and all
What am
that?
I thinking about? Vision, WandaVision.
WandaVision, yeah, it wasn't great.
It started good, sucked at the end. Let's not even talk about the Falcon.
Yeah.
The
no.
Falcon.
Pretty sure we already did when those came out.
Yeah. Loki was okay. I don't
Yeah.
know. Didn't stick the landing.
Yeah.
The same with whatever the other one I don't even want to talk about is.
Which one?
The other
You don't want to talk about
fucking
any of
one.
them.
I know. I keep watching
they,
them.
they haven't been memorable. I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye.
Just get replaced by another girl, you know?
Falcon
Which just
and Hawkeye.
happened.
I didn't even know those were out.
Yeah, they were TV shows.
On
they
Disney?
were Disney Plus.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye.
They still have the same guy playing Bucky.
Yeah.
Buckeye's in the Falcon one. Don't do it. It's a terrible show.
It's not great.
None of it's good.
It,
And I'm really,
watching Batman,
I'm
I
really
think,
worried about
tonight.
Doctor Strange. I'm really worried about it.
You're worried about Doctor Strange?
I don't think Doctor
The new
Strange
movie?
is going to be good. Yeah,
I'm kind of interested in that one.
it's
I'm interested to see what they're going to do.
Why
with
do you think it won't be good?
because it's like it's the multiverse of madness. You know, you've seen Spider-Man,
Yes.
so like some crazy shit's gonna go down. I feel
Yeah.
like,
What's wrong with
and I don't know. I just like
You can't handle a little crazy?
They just haven't been able to stick the landing anytime soon.
that? Maybe they're keeping you coming back. They don't want to stick the landing.
They don't want to make good content.
Not yet. They want you to keep wanting them to make good content, but
Yeah,
you're going to keep watching all their shit.
No, I don't know. I don't think I am. I think if Doctor Strange is terrible, because honestly, of 1 through 3 phases, Doctor Strange was my favorite.
Oh yeah, by far.
You know, he just like he fought a fucking
The first Doctor Strange was
god.
sweet.
That he
It was
like he
fucking
didn't just
awesome.
fight evil Doctor Strange, which was what he's gonna do in this one. You know,
Well, I think part of what's going to happen in the next one is they're bringing in the Illuminati, but I think it's going to be Illuminati from another universe.
Charles Xavier is gonna be there.
Yeah, but it's going to be like it'd be like a different version of them trying to stop us from doing something. Instead of where normally the storyline goes us trying to stop somebody else from doing something, I think they're almost going to see us as the bad guys, but they're from a different dimension, whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be their version of the Illuminati.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Like I said, it depends on, I'm interested in seeing what they're going to
Do
do with
you
it.
trust Disney to self-report their Illuminati affiliations?
No.
No, see that's the thing. Why are we trusting Disney to make Illuminati content
Yeah, that was always
accurately?
That was always kind of weird how they introduced it in the comics and called it the Illuminati. It was really strange because then you try to talk
'Cause
about
it's
comics
like-
and people are like, you talk about the Illuminati? Really? I'm like, no, it's a comic book thing. I know it doesn't sound much better, but it's a comic book thing. I'm not talking about the real Illuminati.
See, that's what's sad though.
It's
It's like
Doctor-
it's a distraction from the actual Illuminati. Like, oh, let's just put it in a comic book.
They'll
you
just think
know?
Illuminati's a joke and they won't talk about it.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm talking about comic books, not
Yeah.
real life.
But yeah, that was always kind of struck me as odd. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Either way, yeah, I'm eating it up. May 6th, I think.
See, I'm not going to give up after Strange because I do want to see Thor. So even if Strange is less than perfect, which I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, no. If Strange doesn't do it for me, I have no interest in Thor or the other ones coming out. I still haven't even watched the Internals.
It's not great.
Internals?
Eternals. It's not great.
Internals.
Internal.
It could be internals. I felt a little internal problems after watching.
That's
the
what I
Eternals.
feel like. It's like
It wasn't great.
It's not worth it. Don't do it. Or I'm not gonna watch Morbius either.
See, I'm gonna, but I'm.
Oh,
not.
you haven't seen it yet?
I've
Not
heard
yet.
nothing but horrible things from what I've watched.
Yeah,
But that's the problem.
I'd rather
So-
watch the Batman again. That's what I
Oh,
would do.
I'm not even
tonight.
going to touch that one.
You didn't like it?
I'm not. I've never watched it. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh.
I have no interest in watching
It's
it.
worth watching.
I do not want to watch Twinkle Twilight Batman. I
It's
just
worth
don't.
watching.
Don't lie to me. No,
I
it's
never
not.
took Rob Pattinson serious
Um,
as an actor, and then I watched this movie of his on Netflix.
The
where he's a-
Lighthouse.
Well, there's one where he's a preacher, and he's like, I think trying to seduce women or
I
something.
don't want. Yeah, I don't want to watch.
He's a fucking good actor, and he makes they based the character off Kurt Cobain, so this is pretty emo.
Batman. Is Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
You've seen the movie, haven't
I've
you?
seen the movie. We went to it on my birthday.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The writers talked about it. He worked with what's his name, the actor.
I think that there's no Batman. You know, the Tim Burton Batman.
I at least have a reason to watch Morbius.
It's no
Like,
Dark Knight.
I have no reason to watch the Batman.
It's worth watching though.
Yeah.
Like the first 2/3 of it is good. Movies
I liked
just
it a
like
lot. It's
lately
long.
have not been.
What were you
doesn't
just
have
saying about
enough
not
attention
sticking the
span.
landing?
Sticking the landing.
You want me to get into another one?
At
At least Morbius is going to suck the whole way, and I'm okay with that.
The problem with Batman actually is there's like an ending to it 2/3 of the way through that they should have just ended it at, but they didn't. They kept going for that last. You know what I'm talking about?
That's one man's opinion.
At least I'm not
It
going
was
to
a
Morbius
2.5
expecting it
hour-
to be
Almost
good.
every movie I watch with you, at some point, you're like, they should have just ended it right there.
They should.
I gotta go pee.
It's 2.5 hours, man. 2.5 hour movie like is a lot to ask of people. You
That's a
know,
little rough.
This ain't no fucking Snyder cut where there's actually.
I didn't hear you griping about
Fucking
Mark Jackson or
moments
whatever his
where you
name
could
is that
take a
did the
peek.
Lord of the Rings.
The only reason I would watch
I
it,
love the extended versions, man.
Yeah.
the
It's like
only
4
reason
hours.
I have
There's
interest
moments
even,
where you can pause and take a break.
well, yeah, because it's a
You're watching
fucking
at home.
epic. But no, like Paul Dano, I like him. Like I might watch
yeah,
it for him.
yeah.
But other
Dude,
than that, like
he does good. He does good. And once I'm not saying anything, but like
I'm not saying nothing.
it's
But the ending sucked.
yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
You can make your own opinion.
Oh, obviously. But no, even Morbius. Like I fully intend it to suck just from everything I've heard. But the only reason I watch it or would want to watch it is because the one comic I collected strictly all the issues was Ghost Rider when it came out. So that was my guy back in the day. Was Ghost
Nicolas
Rider.
Cage action.
Yeah, so even Nick Cage, it's a terrible movie, but I'll watch the shit out of it.
I mean, honestly, it's so fitting for him. Honestly,
And at the time, one of the
isn't it?
because he's Ghost Rider, they always tied him into other like horror version, like comic characters, or whatever. So he would team up with
Okay.
Morbius, and
Really?
he had a thing with Morbius for a while.
Oh.
So yeah, there was a whole tie-in with him, Johnny Blaze. It was a thing, and I forgot what they called.
See, that's,
Something of Darkness or something, Masters of Darkness. They had a series kind
No,
of thing.
the
So-
Sinister people.
No,
right?
that's the Sinister Six. That's Spider-Man's villains. That's
Well,
supposed to
that's
be
what I
coming
had
up.
kind of heard with Morbius is they're going to like tie it all together somehow, and
Yeah, I heard something about at the end they tied in somehow. I forgot which one it was, but
yeah,
either way,
it,
like I
it
said,
all
I
connects.
wasn't that worried about because I'm gonna watch it anyway, just because I always liked Ghost Rider, and so I always liked Morbius. He was kind of in that group, so I was like, I'd watch it anyway. It might be
I'd
like
watch
Ghost
it-
Rider.
I'd watch
It might
it
be
like
terrible,
Ghost
but I'm gonna
Rider.
watch it. Like that's a horrible movie, like both of them. But I'm just like, I'll watch
I
them
like
anytime I
I like
see them.
the idea of Ghost Rider though.
Oh,
you
no,
know?
it's great.
fucking, I don't know.
I was
sure those were
somewhat
good reads or something.
I was somewhat impressed with Agents of Shield. I don't know if you watched that, but they in like third season or something. I literally skipped. I think the whole second season just because I heard Ghost Rider was in the third season, so I skipped a bunch
I
of
never
it
heard that.
just to get to the Ghost Rider part. And they did a Ghost Rider, but it's a different version of Ghost Rider, so it's not exactly him.
Does
but
he not have
even-
a motorcycle or something?
No, he's got a car. He's got like a Charger.
Get the fuck out of here.
But like I said, his name's Robbie Reyes.
it's like some
and it's
mystery men shit.
well in the sort of.
I rage.
But they so they introduced him, and it was kind of like I said, it wasn't the same Ghost Rider, but it was just kind of it was better than the Nick Cage version. Like just the graphics, the CGI that they could do with it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a dude with a
well,
flaming skull, you know.
yeah.
So it's got to be good CGI. Like the Nick Cage version was terrible, but
Yeah, but it was also like of the time. You
Oh, yeah,
know?
it
like
was.
any CGI was pretty terrible back then.
it was. But yeah, so I'll watch it even though I know it's gonna be terrible. But just because I was always into Morbius, thought he was cool.
All right.
But yeah, no, I have no interest in the Batman. I never really liked
I love
any of them.
Batman though. I grew up on Batman as my hero. You know,
This is one of the
Yeah.
first movies I went to in theaters with my dad. Watching the very first Batman.
the same. Yeah.
No, I was just a Marvel guy, so I didn't really read Batman, Spider, or Superman.
One of my
all that
earliest
shit.
memories.
I'm Batman.
Do you want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Vengeance. Actually, that's the thing too. Is like he's not Batman.
Yeah.
He's vengeance.
Whatever.
He never once refers to himself as Batman.
He gets it originally from the letter from, God, who the hell wrote him the letter? The bad guy in the movie.
Paul Dano.
The Riddler or whatever.
Riddler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riddle me this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in a hurry.
Oh, are you saying he calls him Batman?
Yeah, it's addressed to the Batman.
Oh shit.
Oh,
So he's not Vengeance no more.
I thought he took. Well, yeah, because he takes on the name Batman though because the Riddler named him.
I'm sure people just start calling him that. I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean,
Maybe that's what the
he
news
never
was
formally in the
called.
movie
Yeah,
says
dude
anything
dressed
about
like a
changing his
bat.
name.
You're gonna call him Batman.
I guess. Well, so it's kind of his there's going to be a trilogy from this. You know.
Are they? I thought he was one
Oh,
and done.
Well, they
I
leave
think-
it like really well at the end, where you could see.
Well, I
they're
thought
coming at it
Pattinson
from a
was
really
one and
cool
done.
perspective. Like,
No, I
it's
think
at
they
the
left it
beginning,
open.
It's not a. It's not
Well,
an
they always did it
origin
open.
story.
I just thought he was done as the actor. I thought wasn't gonna do it anymore.
No, I don't know if he ever said.
No,
that.
I think he already said that he expects to make another one.
You know, honestly, I haven't heard them ever say if they are though.
I thought they
currently.
said they had.
I don't know if the studio or whatever has greenlit a sequel, which I think. Did you just say it comes out on HBO or something?
It just came
soon?
out
Yeah,
yesterday.
HBO Max. It's coming.
Yeah,
out.
so I wonder they'll probably look at the fucking metrics for how well
Yeah.
it does there, but
How
I
well
don't
they
think
do
it.
at box office.
I don't think it really did that well. No, I don't think it did good.
You know,
I mean, you know what? I think it did. Is no Spider-Man.
no shit.
You know, like not
Fucking
getting snubbed at the
Spider-Man's just a world
Oscars.
beater, man.
You know, you just think about
Who
it?
got snubbed?
Spider-Man.
Oh, well, of course. Why wouldn't you expect him to?
Because it's like,
Comic movies always get snubbed.
yeah, but when Spider-Man's like the only movie
Less than
that
5
grossed
years, they expect
over
a
$1
movie.
billion, and it grossed like $2 billion last year.
Yeah, but the Academy has.
The Academy.
They're better than that.
I fucking loved it. Did you? What do you think about the slap?
Oh, so many things.
Keep my
I think it's
wife's
fucked
name out
up.
your
I mean, you
fucking
can't
mouth.
just because you don't like a joke that somebody told. Fucking one,
That's ridiculous.
grow the fuck up, and two, you can't just assault somebody because a comedian told a joke that you didn't like. Like you're there,
that's the scariest.
they're there
thing
telling
about it,
jokes.
you
Guess
know?
what? You might get a fucking case. One, you don't like it, don't sit in the fucking front row.
Yeah. Well,
And two, guess what? He probably didn't write those jokes. They usually have writers.
yeah, exactly. And like Will Smith's probably there's some other things going on.
Oh,
with
obviously.
him and his wife.
Obviously, well, like I said, there's so many things, but just initial.
Well,
you
there's
just
so many things.
no matter who it was-
he and his wife, that is going on with his wife and others.
well, anything going on like that is specific to them. But no matter who it was, you can't just fucking not take a joke, act like a fucking child, and go up and slap somebody.
Yeah,
he
Chris
laughed
Rock
at first until he
Well, of
saw
course
her
he did.
roll her fucking eyes.
But like I said, even without whoever it was, it didn't matter. But just when you start slapping people because they, a comedian, obviously somebody talks shit, you might get fucking smacked. But you're there for watching a comedian perform,
What do you?
and they're gonna say something you don't like, and you're gonna get mad. Guess what?
The more and more I've thought about it, like just Chris Rock's reaction of like it was a GI Jane joke, like
Yeah, that's how he sees it.
legit. Like he was not staged.
No.
You know, I thought it was at first. I thought it was all fake. They're actors,
Yeah.
They could fucking pull that off. But like the more and more like just their reactions to it all,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that shit was real, actually.
Yeah, yeah. So no matter who it involved, the whole thing itself was fucked up. But just the fact that it was Will and Jada, there's so many fucking issues going on there.
That whole fucking family's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. I think she misses Tupac. I read a thing one time. It said Tupac's not dead. He faked his death to get away from Jada.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that sounds legit.
I'm pretty sure I saw a meme about that.
Yeah, that sounded legit to me. But no, that was dumb. But either way, going back to comics not getting nominations, like I don't think they ever would. I don't even if it's not for costumes or the music or something like that. They're not going to give it any acting.
Well,
I mean, shit. You listen to Scorsese; he hates all superhero movies because he doesn't think it's real cinema. So that's kind of how the Academy feels. You know, they're going to kind of.
Scorsese is just one person in the Academy.
Well, I know, but his attitude is going to be the same kind
You're
of
right.
attitude
You're
that
very
the
right,
Academy is
though,
going to have.
and I know that, yeah. But there's also like they have a People's Choice or something now for the Oscars.
Well, yeah, that's going to go to a popular movie. Obviously, it
It
won't
did
necessarily
go
be
to
that.
Spider-Man.
Not that the Oscars go to the best movies, but People's Choice is probably going to go to whatever the highest grossing movie was because most people spent it. You know, so that's when you'll get Spider-Man winning awards.
It ended up
and
being
shit.
that Zack Snyder Army movie,
Oh God,
the zombie one, which I never even saw that one.
What?
that was Army of the Dead.
Or Darkness.
Was it Army of Darkness?
Army of Darkness?
I think so. Or
No,
maybe
Army
it's
of the
Army
Dead.
of Dead. Is
That
Army
came
of
out in the
Dead?
past
Army of the
year?
Dead.
Army of Dead. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like a zombie
I
film.
think it was a Netflix.
I don't recall that.
It's because it was not great.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought you guys were saying that people would vote for it as best.
well. So what I heard was that because it was a Zack Snyder film, the same guy that did the
Yeah, I think it got a lot of cred because it was the guy that did Justice League.
Justice League, which is
The
like
good version of the
why,
Justice League.
Why wouldn't they vote for Justice League? Because he has like an army. He has like an army of like dead voting for like that got the fucking Justice League cut released
Yeah.
for him this
Which
last
they
year.
always said that we're never going to do it. It doesn't exist. Well, we bitch enough. You're going to make it happen.
Which
huh?
deserved to be released.
I liked it. I liked it a lot better.
Yeah, I thought that should have won
Yeah.
People's Choice or whatever. That could have
No,
won an Oscar. Honestly, it was
I didn't-
beautiful.
I didn't know that Army of the Dead won that award, but that was not a great movie.
I
It was
I
weird.
looked all this up
That's
a
the
little bit a
director's
while
cut of the
ago.
movie you were
No,
talking
it's
about?
Snyder
The
cut.
original
The
director.
original director,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is like the 5-hour thing that's on HBO.
It's on HBO?
HBO
so,
Max.
yeah.
I've never watched it. I've never even seen the original.
It's 5 hours. Yeah.
Get some
yeah.
snacks,
It's
hunker
worth
down.
it. It's worth it. Definitely.
Yeah, it explains a lot more. Kind of, yeah. Cyborg actually is more than just like a couple character, like a couple lines and shit. He actually
It's
has
a good
big part of the movie.
film.
It's
a real film, Jack.
heartstrings.
It's a real film. That's the line.
That's a big boy film.
It's a real film, Jack.
We made a real film. That's a
Burt Reynolds and Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
They're watching one of the shots, and he's like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever done." It's a real film, Jack. As
Talking
they're
about
watching porno.
A porno that they filmed.
Roller Girl.
Yeah.
No, it was the Marky Mark cut. It was his first appearance. They were, they were blown away by Dirk Diggler. It's a real film, Jack. But yeah, Army of the Dead was like there was points that were kind of cool, and I could see what they were going for, but there was so much lacking. I felt like the dialogue was kind of spotty and terrible at times. A lot of
I know.
it
I'm kind of surprised I never watched it. I just never wanted to watch a zombie.
I had
film
to make
watch it. I'm
multiple
kind of just
runs at
over
it.
zombies at this
Yeah.
point, which is sad.
Obviously.
Unfortunately.
I was that way when fucking Walking Dead came out. That's why I never got into Walking
No,
Dead.
that's why I only got 10 seasons in, not all full 12 at this point or whatever.
You just fucking quitter. You
I
just
know.
couldn't hang.
I know, no, I'll finish it someday. I'm gonna quit that. I'm gonna
Fucking
finish
12
it.
seasons. I did not know that.
I think
Jesus.
I think the 12th is their final season or whatever. I could be wrong. They could be on 15. for
That
fucking-
show's still fucking going?
Yeah.
Did we talk about this last week?
There's like another year left of it or whatever it is. They broke it up into like 4 different fucking seasons.
Didn't they do a bunch of spin-offs too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The spin-offs are probably still going. I don't even fucking watch those.
God damn.
Probably move over to Sci-Fi eventually. Sci-Fi Channel.
I mean, yeah, whatever they were on. AMC. I think.
Sharknado budget.
AMC.
Yeah,
yeah.
Tara Reid will
They're
be in
probably
it.
already on it.
I
I
say in
mean,
between the replay of Sharknado, Sharknado 2.
as a zombie.
so wait though, because you have HBO Max, we watched
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I haven't
love
watched Peacemaker.
Oh,
I've heard good things.
you
Well, I
have-
had a buddy of mine that was like, dude, we're going to watch that. You can come over and we're going to smoke and watch it. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll watch it with you. And we just haven't reconnected since, but I've been busy enough that I haven't really been thinking about it. So I'll get into it. I'm
Have you
just kinda
watched
waiting.
any series or anything? Or?
Not really. Nothing good. Just kind of been binging old 80s movies and shit. Just
Oh, okay.
doing shit like that. Old 90s movies, just kind of ones I haven't watched. Like I'll start quoting a movie, just not even thinking about it, just because I have fucking every movie quote I could think of. So I'll just say some shit and be like, God, I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Let me go back and watch that.
I'm really disappointed. My sister watched Ace Ventura with niece and nephew the other day, and they didn't invite me over. And it's like,
You're a little upset.
all right, then. Like,
Yeah, some of those it's just like, really? Your first time watching it, you can't invite me? I would love to see.
I
like-
would have been there. I would have read the entire movie to
Oh,
her.
yeah.
How old is their oldest? 12?
No, Addie's like 14. and
That's
shit.
hard to
How
do
did she not
sometimes.
see that movie? She's 14.
I don't know. They hadn't seen Independence Day either.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh my God, welcome to Earth. Like, let's do this.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to watch those with
God,
other
he
people
should have said
because
it
I
to Chris Rock when he slapped him. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I had brought it up because I had made that joke about it.
That'd been perfect. But yeah, sometimes I gotta stop myself. I'll ruin it. I'll start saying every line before it comes. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Nothing. Just
Oh,
watch
we
the
were-
movie.
Just wait till they get to the scientist.
Hey,
you know?
watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Yeah, I could see how that
So
would
so
suck,
that's
but
pretty much what I did when I had my wisdom teeth out. It was a solid month ago now, and I watched the one day I just watched the prequel series. I love Star Wars, so I was all about watching.
I was
that.
wondering. I didn't know. Is that the prequel? That's the only
The
series
prequel
of movies
one
called
through,
the prequel.
1 through 3. Yeah.
Okay, just
the
I didn't know.
prequels.
I've done that
Star
multiple
Wars.
times
It's like
in my
I'm sure
life.
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
made other prequel movies.
They have, yeah. But then the next day I did the whole Lord of the Rings series. Just had it on in the
Nice.
background or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Fold your underwear, watch the Lord of the Rings.
Well, I mean, it's pretty epic when it's like literally 12 hours though, or more. I don't even know how long it takes.
What's your favorite part when you watch it all together like that?
I mean, maybe the multiple endings in Return of the King.
Multiple endings.
Yeah, because there's the part where all the kids come in, or the kids,
Hobbits?
the hobbits come in, and they're just like all laughing at each other, smiling at each other. You know, it's like one of the endings or whatever. But then there's also an ending where Frodo goes off on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
The multiple endings, you know.
Gotcha.
Let's not fucking talk about the Hobbit series.
You haven't watched all that in one go?
I haven't watched it since we watched it in theaters.
I think I've tried to a couple times. I fall asleep.
Yeah, there's
I fell asleep in theaters. I'm not sure I've ever seen a movie all the way through.
That's true. There was actually like
The movie's like a fucking bedtime story for me, dude. I swear to God.
there was just too much to it. Why are those movies 3 hours long or whatever?
Yeah, that's kind of true. Because he wanted to have Tom Bombadil there and bears.
Oh shit! It doesn't even have the Bombadil.
Well, I thought the bear made an appearance in the fight.
The bear's there. No Bombadil.
Well, that is Bombadil.
Bombadil. No. Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil turns into a bear, I thought.
No. That's the bear guy or whatever. It's different people.
Oh, bear guy.
Bear guy or whatever. I can't.
Bear
think
Grylls.
I can't think of his name right now.
Bear Grylls.
But it's different even trilogies. The bear guy is from The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil is from Lord of the Rings.
Okay. That's been so long since I read the books.
Jesus,
I
Derek.
haven't read a book since high school.
How far are you on Wheel of Time?
Book 6, I think?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Halfway?
Yeah.
The books get thicker though, halfway, right?
Yeah, they're all about the same thickness. It's not about how thick the book is, it's how you read it.
Okay,
How
so
many levels of thickness have you
how
gone through over the years?
fast did you read the Harry Potter series?
Oh, shit.
You did that like in 2 weeks, maybe?
Less than 2 weeks. 'Cause I think in the second week I watched all the movies.
Dude, you...
After I finished the book.
Lord, man.
Yeah, I think he's right. He fucking
In 2
powered
weeks I read
through it.
all the books and watched all the movies.
I remember, because
Obsessed
I had...
much?
And I burnt through the movies. I did all the books and then I watched all the movies.
Jesus.
Yeah. I like show up and like, oh cool, you're on 5 already? Sweet. Nice, sweet. Oh shit, you're on 7 like the next day?
Jesus. That's dedication.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
I
good
still
book
haven't
series.
watched
It's
all
a
the
good book
movies.
series.
I've never watched any of the Hobbits, any of that.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
No.
You've
I was
never
just
read
telling
it?
Lane, like, I can't even stay awake for it.
I never, come to find out, a lot of people read that shit in high school or in school.
I
I never read
it
none of
in
that
high
shit in school.
Yeah,
I
no,
just, yeah,
that
it
was never assigned to me. I read it after that, but it was.
I read it after I watched the movies in high school.
Yeah, I remember wanting to read The Lord of the Rings in high school, but just never doing it. There's other things going on.
Yeah.
It's high school.
Sorry, you were talking about the multiple endings and all that, and where all the little hobbits come in at the end. Did you ever watch Clerks? And Clerks 2,
Oh yeah. I haven't seen Clerks 2 in a really long time.
where he was getting into an argument with the Lord of the Rings fan, and he made him puke by basically shitting all over the ending and how it should have ended in the most logical reason. And he was like talking about how they all come in, they're all smiley and happy, and
And had
everybody's
an
playing on the
orgy?
bed, or not even just an orgy, but it was just like, and then he sees Sam smile at him, and he gives him that old fucking familiar smile or whatever, and all of a sudden he's just like going down on Frodo until he bursts in his mouth and shit, and all of a sudden like this Lord of the Rings nerd is just pukes all over the place. He's like, hey, I made this nerd puke out here. He's like, you know what he was looking at him for. I was just like, as soon as you started talking about that, I was like, I walked away, just like, oh my god.
Or you
For
gonna
some reason,
go,
it always
you
goes
need to
to
go
that.
puke in there.
No. But I would have started saying some shit. So I was just like, I gotta go. I gotta piss real quick.
Was Clerks 3 ever going to be a thing? Were they doing that still?
I have no idea.
Why wouldn't they?
He kind of went more to the Jay and Silent Bob.
He did. He did the reboot of
Yeah.
Jay, which was terrible.
It was, but there were some funny parts.
It was, yeah. I don't remember it. That's the problem with
Yeah,
reboots or sequels 10 years after. It was funny, but I don't remember it. You know?
Yeah, it was cool because they brought in a lot of familiar stuff from his other movies, but it was just so kind of jumbled. It was just there. So at the moment, it was like, oh, that was from that. Oh, yeah, that kind of that. But then when you're done, you're like, wait, what all happened in there again?
Yeah.
Like,
What was the plot even again?
yeah, like you don't remember.
How'd they get from A to B?
Like I remember it was cool that his daughter was in it, and then they brought in a bunch of other people, like the old actors from the old
Boo Boo
movies.
Kitty Fuck was in it.
Yeah, like they did that, and then what the one part they were like running through the convention, and it was like the scene would change kind of based on what movie they would be like around. Like the Clerks people or something. Like one of them, I think it went black and white at one point.
Yeah,
They're like,
I
"Oh
do
shit!"
remember
Like,
that.
yeah. So that was kind of cool how they just kind of did that. But overall, the movie was, I don't know.
Not
Would they
memorable.
go to stop a movie from being made again? I don't remember. Like it was. But,
They stopped the reboot, I think. or
yeah, I
something.
don't remember. Like I said, you don't really keep track of what.
Is
the
that
movie
the
was
one
about.
where was it Jay goes to find his daughter or something? Okay.
Yeah, and so Kevin Smith's daughter actually plays Jay's daughter, that he had with Boo Boo Kitty Fuck.
Yeah. That's right.
And then they were trying to get, because that was the other part of the storyline, was they were trying to get their friend to wherever the convention was for some reason, because she wanted to meet somebody or be on. Oh, she wanted to film because they were going to film a part of the movie.
Were they lesbians or something?
I don't remember. They could have been.
His daughter.
I thought so.
I think you're right on that.
Yeah, I feel like they
Yeah.
were.
I don't remember exactly that. Yeah, but I feel
She
like
was in
it could have
Lesbians
been.
with her.
She was definitely lesbian and out. Hey, did you ever watch the Bill and Ted
No.
trilogy?
It was terrible.
Or whatever. That one was terrible.
Yeah, it was not good.
I had never honestly heard a
What was worse,
single
that or
thing.
the Dumb and Dumber or whatever it's called, the last one?
That was
Ooh.
pretty terrible.
I would probably say the Bill and Ted was worse.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch more than like a minute. I swear to God, the Dumb
what
and
about
Dumber
the
movie.
Matrix redo?
Oh, I haven't watched that.
I like that a lot better than the other two
that
movies
was
mentioned.
so terrible.
I haven't even tried that one.
the
yet.
new Matrix had to like have clips from the original Matrix in it to like remember this? We're
Yeah.
doing it again.
Been a while. Remember this?
That's what pissed me off the most about that one.
Yeah, I haven't even given that one a chance.
Don't.
I think probably the last interesting thing I watched was that Don't Look Up. That was funny.
That's pretty original.
Yeah, I got a kick out of it.
I did burn through all the Matrix original trilogy after I went and saw the other one in theaters.
You had the, you
had to wash it out of your brain.
You had the craving for good Star Wars or good Matrix. Rather.
Yeah, I need to get some Matrix in
Because
me.
that's what I was thinking. That's what happened to me when I saw The Last Jedi. I was like, I need good Star Wars after this.
I want to remember what I'm in this
to
for.
wash my mouth out with a better version of you.
Yeah, like literally.
Clean palate cleanser. Sometimes you got to do that.
Sometimes you just
You're my only hope.
Wow.
Can we just like get new content nowadays? Instead of
No.
rehashing old shit.
No. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Why would you want to? One of us. One of us.
You're either Star Wars or Marvel
Yeah, I mean,
or DC.
even when they try, it's kind of a lot of the
Got
same
their
stuff.
shit.
The Boys was different.
I'm looking
like
forward
The
to
Boys.
the next season of The Boys. This should be
I
fun.
haven't seen it yet. I like to. It's like kind of like a.
You haven't watched it yet?
no.
There's two
Oh, it's
seasons,
good.
I think, already.
Invincible or whatever, isn't it?
Invincible was pretty good. But
My dad liked that.
The Boys, I think I liked a lot better than Invincible. But that's also, Invincible's animated. I'm not as big animation
Yeah.
fan. But The Boys is,
Well, it's
yeah,
a good story. Though.
I like The Boys.
Similar, isn't it?
Sort of, and just in the idea that
It's
heroes aren't necessarily
tearing them
heroes.
down or whatever.
Yeah, heroes aren't always just heroes because they have superpowers. It's kind of the same idea.
Watchmen-esque.
Yeah. Well, even then, you still
You haven't
root
seen
for
one of the
the
first
Watchmen.
scenes is a guy standing on the street holding his girlfriend's hands, and he's about to kiss her. And then when he opens his eyes, he's just holding her hands.
He's
the rest
covered
of
in
her's
blood.
gone.
Where's she at?
She evaporated.
He
Yeah.
evaporated her?
No, a
No.
speedster came through and fucking hit her.
Ran into her, super
'Cause
fast man.
He was like, I think he was on drugs
What's
or
his
something.
name? Freight Train or what? I don't remember.
I don't
Freight
remember.
Train.
It's been a while since I watched it. But yeah, so he's talking to his girlfriend, and they're like walking down the street, and she kind of turns and, oh, I love you, and professing there, and then all of a sudden, like in a blink, you just kind of see this flash. His eyes blink, and then just blood covered, and he's looks, and he's holding two hands. And then some speedster came through, and he's like tumbling down the street covered in blood. And he gets up, oh shit, I gotta go. And he just takes off, and he's like, what the fuck? And that's how it starts. It's like, okay, I'm interested. I'll check it out.
That's how the series starts.
That's literally how it starts.
Well, thanks for spoiling it.
I'm trying to get you to watch it.
Yeah, I'm interested now.
Well, I spoiled the first.
That's
5
first
minutes.
season?
Yeah.
That's the first episode. It's like the first minute of the first episode of the first season.
And they're in 2 seasons. They've had 2 seasons.
They have 2 seasons out.
Yes.
Do we have an?
Third one's
And then
about to drop.
A third one's coming out at some
Do we
point.
know if it's the final or there's gonna be like 12
I don't know. I haven't
more?
read about that, but I know it's
That's
out
just
like
what's so-
shit. It might be out like today for all I know.
That's
I
I
know
feel
it's
like
real
I've
soon.
seen previews of a third season.
I have not seen any previews.
It's my problem right now with TV series. I hate watching 4 seasons and then being like, oh, now I have to wait a year for the 5th, and they're gonna drop it in the spring and the fall. Speaking of Ozark,
You gotta start
right
watching
now.
sometimes,
I was
otherwise you're
sounds
just
like
never
you got
gonna
some
see it.
PTSD going on. Like, you
Dude,
got
yeah.
some
I mean,
Walking Dead
it needs
Game,
to
trauma.
end here.
Game of Thrones
Kinda fucked
fucking
you up,
scarred
yeah.
me, dude.
Yeah,
like
Game of
I
Thrones scarred a lot of
cannot
people.
trust a series ever
I gotta
again.
wait a year and a half. What the fuck?
I mean, I had such a good time with Breaking Bad, and that's the
Yeah.
problem. Game of Thrones fucking hurt me. And then
Yeah,
the pandemic came and fucked all of us up.
But I think
We
I
don't
think
watch
things are gonna
shows
start getting
together
back.
anymore. That's what I hate about Disney Plus too, is that they don't release shows at this like at a certain time. It's at like 3 a.m.
Well,
Fucking
when they like premiere or
yeah.
oh,
Put that shit out on a fucking Sunday evening, and bring people together.
I guess I don't know. I don't watch Disney Plus.
Alright.
Sorry to ruin it for you. But no, The Boys is
I'm
definitely
trash
worth
talking.
watching.
What's that on?
Amazon.
Is it Amazon? Yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, that's definitely a good one. Did
When
you
does
say
the boys come out?
you did watch The Invincible?
Yeah,
Or-
first
okay.
season.
Yeah, it was good. I like that. But it's The Boys is better. It's live action.
March 4th, I think is. Oh wait, never mind.
It's already passed.
It's April.
Damn, I missed the show. Some bitch.
Oh, some bitch. Maybe the
It releases
finale
in March,
next year.
so it's already happened. What? Boys Back in Town. Amazon released the first look at the Boys season 3. Oh,
That's first look. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not out yet.
No, it's not. It's really close.
But it'll be all right.
What are you looking forward to? Shows, movies, life.
Not much, really. I mean, other than life, I got shit going on. But no, shows, I don't know.
Selling
There's
cards
nothing
and
that's
shit.
really got me hooked yet. Like I said, I'm gonna watch the Doctor Strange because they've been really good so far. So I have hope. We'll see. And I'm a fucking comic nerd. I'm gonna watch them anyway,
That's the problem.
June 3rd.
even though they don't make
Is
these
what?
movies for me anymore.
The Boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
new season.
About a month and
So
a
yeah,
half.
a month and a half to catch up. That's good. I'll rewatch them again.
Was season 2 as good as season 1?
At least I would say.
Yeah. I mean, season 1 was obviously season 1, so it was my first introduction to the boys because I didn't see it right off the bat. I kept hearing a bunch. A friend of mine tell me to watch it a bunch of times, so finally I watched it.
I've been.
And it doesn't happen a lot where
requested
somebody's like, you
watch
got to
this.
watch this. And then I see a preview and I'm like, ooh, I do want to watch
Season
that. And then I
2
watch it and I'm like,
teases
"Oh,
some
good."
crazy
Yeah.
shit that might be happening in
Tease
3.
it up or whatever.
Yeah.
And some stuff that's been kind of just boiling for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good.
Pot's about to fucking
Shit, it's-
explode.
Yeah, it's been a minute, so I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it. But minute,
You remember
month
The
and a half's
Whale?
probably good.
See, that's what pisses you off about shows.
With the Aquaman dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. See, now it starts coming back a little bit, and I'm like, that's right, I forgot. But yeah,
That was like
it's been a
maybe
while
the
since I
most
watched it.
famous scene in that season was the whale.
Yeah. That was fucking hilarious.
Hilarious. You also feel like horrible at the same time.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't a real whale. But that was fucking hilarious, yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I've watched it. I just remember kind of the big points, obviously the very beginning, and just kind of certain kind of moments, but I had to go back and rewatch all of the shit. Because I just remember something happening with Butcher with his wife. I don't remember how that storyline ended. If it was
well, what's the Captain America looking dude?
Homelander.
Homelander. So he raped his wife.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
And then she had his
a
baby.
kid, yeah. Did that end up still being his kid at the end, or was there like?
Yeah, it's Homelander's
Okay.
kid because he has powers. Everybody throws him off the top of the house,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
and then he gets up,
Yeah. Okay.
and then Billy breaks them both out, and because they had her in like a. Homelander wasn't supposed to, I think, know
Yeah,
where
he had
she
her
lived,
in like a separate
but
place.
he figured it out.
Yeah. Didn't he move her away or something? Like
I don't remember exactly that part. I think somehow the government was trying to hide her, and then Homelander found out, and then so he's over there talking to her, and he's like, "I want to see my kid. He's got powers. He's of me." And then Billy is able to break her out from like the government control.
Okay,
and
yeah,
get
I
her
remember
out
him getting her
underneath
out.
of Homelander and the kid, and I think it ends with like. Or one of the things that ends with him and her is that they have to go their separate ways, and he like suggests something like, you want me to kill the kid or something like that, and she's just like, no, he's my son. I know we have our thing, but he is my son.
Okay.
So there's tension there,
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
and then Homelander
I do
has
remember
that part where he like just imagines blowing all those people up, and they're just teasing him, just going
yeah,
insane.
him going batshit. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was excited
And the
about
whale.
it.
What was the guy that rides the ocean?
Homeboy?
What was his name? I can't think of it.
Homeboy.
I don't remember what they called. The names were so.
What's
just,
his homeboy? He's my homeboy.
The names are so weird because I keep wanting to call them by like their
Aquaman or something.
yeah, like their DC versions or their Marvel versions, even though that's not who they are.
There's
But
no,
you just
there's a swamp man.
because
or
everybody
a-
kind of resembles somebody
Stinky
else.
man.
So they have like an Aquaman-ish character.
Oh, they
Fish-
have like
fish
a
dude.
sex scene where the Aquaman dude has gills. And this girl's like sticking her hands up, and he's like, "It hurts." She's like, "Shut up and take it, bitch."
Jesus.
Yeah, he's got his gills.
She's
right here.
raping the fish man.
Don't feel bad for him. He kind of deserved it.
The water dude.
Yeah, whatever they call him. Like I just want to call him Aquaman. Like it's not his fucking name. And then they got a fucking a Snake Eyes. Like they have a guy that looks like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, and I just want to call him Snake Eyes all the time. But that's not his fucking name. But
Well, it's an iconic,
yeah, like
image
I said,
or whatever.
all of them kind of resemble another comic character or something.
The Deep.
Yeah, the Deep. His name's the
That's
Deep.
Aquaman.
But you see him, it's just like it's fucking.
Hey,
Aquaman.
as long
Like,
as you're 30% different, you
Yeah.
don't have to pay royalties.
that's
or
kind of what they
whatever.
do. I think he even wears.
Seth
green.
Rogen's one of the writers, and
Oh yeah, he's a producer.
yeah, Seth Rogen. I think he'd probably recognize a couple of other people that do it too.
Is he just like a voice of someone?
No, he
Or
helped.
No, it's not animated.
he's writing it.
Yeah, he's like
Is
a
it-
writer and a producer.
It wasn't based on a comic series or because
I think he
the
had something to
idea
do with the
is
comic.
Invincible is a comic.
I
or
think he had
whatever.
something to do with the comic, and so he has something to do. Either he had something to do with the comic of the boys because like him and I think it's Evan Goldberg or whatever the guy he makes movies with all the time. I think they wanted to
Bob?
get into comic books because they collect
Judd
comic
Apatow?
books.
Yeah, it's a concept they have. It was just like, what if we did have superheroes? They'd be exploited and used as like marketing.
I mean, that's the
materials.
Watchmen, though.
That's what this movie's
Well, yeah,
all
but these
about.
guys work for the government.
They're not even for the government. They work for a
Well,
third-party company that gets hired by the government.
Yeah, government contractor.
Yeah,
Yeah, and all they do is like crank out movies and do TV spots, cereal boxes, all that fucking shit, and then save the world too. And then
But they all got
season
fucking
2
issues.
goes through, you start learning that they're like sending out. They're actually. Do you remember this part? What they were doing to make superheroes? They're manufactured
yeah,
Manufacturing superheroes.
yeah.
with the intent of marketing them and using them. So they create like false flag operations and send them out and like just market them that way. Like, this is America,
That literally sounds like Power Rangers, where they like create the bad guy at a Play-Doh and then like send him out for the Power Rangers to fight.
Well, I did not watch that much Power Rangers. I have no idea that's what happened.
Yeah, that was what would
Rita
happen.
Repulsa?
Yeah, maybe the witch lady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would.
that's what she did, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
She would like literally create a fucking different monster
Yeah, that was just
out of clay.
most episodes were like, yeah, she'd make
And-
some clay, throw it on something, and then all of a sudden
It-
come to
The
life.
monster
would-
shows up, and that's who
it
the
would
Power
turn
Rangers
into
fight.
it would turn into like a gigantic monster, and the Power Rangers would fight it, and then they would fall, and then they would have to like form together into the galactic guy with the sword or whatever, and
Megazord.
Megatron and
Megazord.
All right.
was that what it was?
Megazord.
Power Rangers. I don't fucking remember.
It was too much like Voltron. I couldn't watch that shit.
Yeah, it was a fucking ripoff for sure, but it was entertaining.
I
It
know.
was on.
But I
it
had
was on-
Voltron. I didn't need
it was
Power
Captain
Rangers.
Planet
It was
fans?
on PBS. Yeah, of course.
Fucking Captain Planet. Jesus.
How have they not remade that yet?
I don't think
I want
anybody
to
take
see
it
that
seriously.
movie. They did. They had that one. He plays one of the characters in the Marvel movies. The Falcon dude, right? That actor. There's something where he dresses up as Captain Planet.
The black guy.
Yeah,
I have not seen Captain
I gotta
Planet.
find this.
I have-
Oh,
I
I
shit.
think it's a comedy skit.
Is there is
What's
there
that actor's name? Do you guys know who put?
Anthony
Falcon.
Mackie.
Huh?
Yeah,
Anthony Mackie?
That's right.
Mackie, I believe.
Mackie.
It was like
As
if
Captain
he
Planet.
dressed up as Captain Planet though, he'd have to have the other 6, children or whatever
Again,
they were,
I had
teenagers,
another show I didn't watch too
and a
much
monkey.
of. I didn't. There was a monkey in Captain Planet. I might have watched more of it if I knew there was a monkey.
Yeah, well,
I did not
one of the
watch-
guys. One of the characters had a monkey.
That's probably why they don't do it, because as soon as I hear about it, I'm like, I am not watching Captain Planet. Like, what kind of stupid shit is Captain Planet?
It was pretty
And I'm-
stupid. What I
Yeah.
remember about it is there's like 5 or 6 teenagers or whatever they were. They would
And
go
did they, like,
around and
summon
they,
Captain Planet
they
or
would-
something?
Yeah, they had rings and they
Oh.
had to like
Don Cheadle as Captain
fire.
Planet.
Oh, Don Cheadle.
There's-
Oh, that's original War Machine.
Yeah,
You see his face right there. It looks ridiculous.
Oh
that's
my
got to be
God.
like an SNL.
That's got to be
skit,
SNL
though.
skit or something.
Funny or die.
Yeah.
Funny.
So it's
Do
like
you
I'm
know
pre-
the plot of Captain America or Captain Planet? Like, why would those kids summon him? There was like an oil spill or something every time, and they would like.
Yeah, it'd been an environmental disaster because of some.
Where'd the
dude.
rings come from?
Why do those kids have the rings? There's like Earth, Fire, Wind, and Heart.
Heart.
The Heart kid had the
Earth.
monkey. The Heart kid had the monkey, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of Captain Planet to take in at one time.
Just Derek's confirmation. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he had a monkey. Motherfucker, I always
That was-
wanted a monkey.
That was all I remember about Captain America, though.
Captain Planet?
Captain Planet, excuse me. It was pretty terrible, but
Yeah.
hey,
No,
I,
that
I
was
didn't, I didn't have options.
that was one of the cool things. I don't know why it got me thinking of it. Probably fucking reminiscing and shit. Or I can't think of the term. Where you think about some old shit.
Reminiscing.
Yeah. But when I go to, is it Krypton Comics? The one that's off pretty much any of the old comic shops.
Yeah.
When you walk in and they have the toy sections and shit.
Okay.
Last time me and my cousin went in there, we spent more time just walking around the toys, just looking at shit. Be like, I had that, I had that, I had that.
Like
I had that.
old
That GI Joe
figures
fucking
and shit.
He-Mans, yeah, all that shit.
I was gonna say I would thought it would be all Funko Pops or whatever nowadays.
That like most of it is, but then
Don't
like
you
on
hate
the,
those?
I collect some of them. I wouldn't say I collect them. I have some. If I see something that's I like I got a couple Deadpool ones. I got like a Stan Lee one. I got Lobo.
Some of them are cool looking.
Well, it's
or
like, yeah,
whatever.
it's not even just about it being cool, but like Lobo was one of my favorite comics. So if I see something that's in comics and I see a Lobo or like a Ghost
Yeah.
Rider, I'm gonna want it, whatever it is. Like if I see if I see a Funko,
It's just
Ghost Rider
the-
that looks cool. I collect Ghost Rider, not
It's
so much
the new
Funko.
age action figure. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I've never even seen one out of the box, so I don't really.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Every time I see them, they're still in the box.
Well, if you're trying to sell them or whatever, I immediately took mine out of the box and
No.
was like, I'm gonna put this on my desk or whatever.
Yeah, even the ones I have, I still have them in the box. I might take them out at some point. It's just not something.
But you
I
have
do.
them lined up on your desk, probably.
No, they're just like stacked in the corner or something. Like they're not really for display. They kind of fit. They're flat and they're square, so they kind of fit in a little corner, and I can just kind of put them there. And like if I have the figures, I got to move the figures around places, and like it's easier to store
Yeah,
them just in a
actually-
box. Like until I put them somewhere permanent. I guess I just don't have a permanent place for them, so I just leave them in the box. It's easier to stack them. But so when you walk into, I think it is Krypton. Most of their shelves right there are all Funkos, like fucking
Yeah, because that's all.
6 shelves of them.
Look, I don't think kids buy action
But
figures.
around the outside, they have like old action figures, and like
They
in
do?
the shelves and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like I said, they had GI Joe figures and characters, fucking He-Man, like I don't know, ones you might not have even heard of. This thing called Mask, which made these little guys. It was literally kind of a GI Joe ripoff, but it was it's a combination of somebody said I want GI Joe and Transformers, because each of the characters had vehicles that would transform from one vehicle into another. Mm-hmm. So one guy had a motorcycle that would turn into like a helicopter, things like that. And then they wear masks that gave them powers to do things. And it was just literally
Mega Man.
Yeah, it was all made just to sell toys. Like that was the only reason the cartoon existed, was to sell toys.
Oh, I mean, that's most cartoons.
Yeah,
So
but this one-
what is Transformers?
Well, this one was literally the prime example of it, because like G.I. Joe had its character or toys or whatever.
There was storylines.
Yeah, there
for
was
G.I.
stuff.
Joe.
This show was literally created just to sell toys. Like there was like, we need to sell toys, let's make something.
Is there a difference between this and Transformers? Because that's what Transformers is for. There's no storyline in Transformers, as far as I know.
There's sort of. I mean, I
Oh,
guess.
we're
but,
aliens. We came to Earth.
Well,
We fight Decepticons.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that much about the. I mean, I do know about Transformers, but I feel like Transformers wasn't just meant to sell toys, because they had
Well, I think all
the cartoon. I don't know if it came
What
first.
is what is
cartoons or
what about
whatever.
Ninja Turtles?
No, Ninja Turtles is a comic book.
They're
way back in the day.
But they're also just meant to sell toys.
No,
They're
they
like
were,
exploiting it.
not
selling
until
toys.
later when they got popular. But their original, like their artwork, goes way back before toys were like a huge thing. Like I don't think that was designed for that. It came popular through that, and I think it was a perfect fit. I don't think it was created for that.
Yeah. Well, someone saw like, hey, there's a market here.
Well, yeah.
People will buy turtles. Or,
Oh yeah, and they got
you know.
They got Ninja Turtle stuff, like any of that stuff. And they got old Star Wars figures. They got
Oh yeah.
So
Star Wars definitely.
We sat there and just
exploited
went
that shit.
like all around this place, just looking at old toys and shit.
You
It
look at
was-
toys more than the comics or whatever.
I am now.
Do you
Like I said,
collect other things besides comics and cards?
Toys.
Not collect. Well, I wouldn't even collect toys, but like we didn't even buy any of them. It was just more of a. I remember I had that. I remember we kind of thinking about growing up as a kid. You remember, you used to have that toy. I used to come over and play with that shit all the time. I always wanted that one. And then you kind of look and be like, fuck, I'm an adult. I could buy that right now if I want to. Take a look and it's $500. You're like, maybe next week.
Maybe
I'll give it a minute.
Buy
Yeah.
that.
Save up my
one.
allowance.
But I could
a
if I
little bit.
wanted to. Like it's just so that was kind of cool. So I don't really collect toys. If I bought a toy, it would be one that I always had when I was a kid that was my favorite, or something I always wanted, something like that. I wouldn't collect them. But sometimes I put them in stop motion, like films and shit. Like so that's
Your
always fun to
action
have.
figures and
Yeah, it's
shit?
always fun to have action figures for something like that. But yeah, so I don't really collect much other than, and even cards and comics I don't really as much anymore. But that was my main thing.
You're obviously going through your cards though. You're still collecting your cards. You're active, like
No, I haven't
sorting
lately,
or
but
whatever.
it doesn't mean the urge isn't there. Like I said, every time I go by a card shop, I'm like, I could drop a box real quick. But then I just kind of have to not do it.
So this is what I was trying to get at. Like, when do you think you're gonna sell all your cards? Or
I mean, I got it. Obviously, the idea is to get them graded. But
If you can
as
get
we've
them
talked
graded
about, you
during
got to
this
get.
wave, good luck.
There's a lot of
or is it
capital
backed
needed.
up?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure.
You send it out. It's like, oh wait, you have to wait 46
The
weeks.
PSA,
It's
probably
always
the
been
biggest
like that,
grader,
though.
they're at one point were supposedly backlogged a year and a half or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, and even right now, the quickest they can do a turnaround, I think, on a rush order is like 3 months, but most are going to take closer to 6.
Sounds like they should hire more people. Or like,
They have been, but it's not just a matter of hiring people. You got to train them all to understand how to grade a card. I mean, they have a certain standard that they'll keep,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
for
kinda have to.
sure.
But yeah, so the idea is just get all that.
There's a bunch of alternative graders, but there's only a handful, like 2 or 3 that are worth, money-wise going to.
Yeah. But even now, I'm not as focused on the cards right now as I am the comics, getting those graded. But that's just because they were easier to catalog, because I have a lot less of those than I do cards. Cards is going to take me a lot more.
Does
to go
it
through
take longer to grade? Or you don't grade comics.
Yeah, they do the same
They
process.
seal it and never open it again.
But they do the same thing. It's kind of like this, but it's a comic book case.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's the
yeah. But
same
you
thing.
can't open it.
No,
You can't.
You
open
can.
the
I mean, if you
pages.
needed to, you can crack it open.
Well, so
But-
how would you
Defeats the
get?
purpose.
If you ever got a 10 comic, it couldn't have been opened, right?
What do you mean?
Like it's
They probably have
pages
to,
have never
They
been.
go when they grade.
Oh,
their
you mean
shit,
like
they
the comic
open all the
itself
pages
has never
and
been
look
open?
through it
I
all.
don't know. I'm sure.
When they grade it, they look at.
They
it
have
all.
to look at the pages to grade it.
Yeah, and
They
I'm
gotta
sure
go through
you'll
and-
look at the binding, but even if they'll know, it'd be like, okay, he's never opened this.
What's
or
the
whoever's
print look like on every page? Is there
Yeah.
any marks? What's the centering?
Yeah.
Corners on every page, edges.
Yeah, that I haven't never had
That's-
a
that's
comic
just
graded,
like-
so I don't know the whole process yet.
It's crazy to me because it's that's not the card holder's fault. that the edges and center.
That's the
is
point,
off,
though. You want
know?
to find the perfect card.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't even go down to you get docked because it's your fault. It's just that's the condition of the card that you own. Like it's
Yeah.
even
No,
if
get it.
I got it in this shape, it's been in this shape since I've gotten it because I have no idea what it's been through until I got it. But once I got it, it's been like this. So it's just like I'm not going to get docked for it, but I also don't get if it wasn't perfect when I got it. So I knew that when I got it in the first place. So
Do I look evil with a cat on my lap?
A little bit.
a little bit, and a little bit like a French guy.
That's my attempt at evil.
I think the cat seems more evil than you
He
do.
probably is more evil. Oh my god, I didn't tell you what he did when I was gone.
No.
Killed a fucking bird and brought it in right in front of the kids. Ate it.
Nice.
Jesus. Of course he did.
Crack the head first.
All
cat
I
always
got
cracked
was
the
a
heads
picture of it. Let me see if I can find it.
My
Please
cat always
tell me-
cracked the heads first. We'd always find like
No.
rabbit heads, bird heads, just everywhere. Just pop them off.
Oh, he would take the head off
Yeah.
or whatever. Okay.
Every now and then you
No.
just be in the corner, you hear
He more just like breaks the spine,
no.
and then he can play
Just
with it
snaps
still. Because like that way it makes noises.
Yeah,
and, like,
well, yeah.
It can still crawl like a little bit.
Jesus.
Well, it's-
You went straight for it, huh?
yeah. See, he didn't eat it. He just played with it.
Yeah, I played
It's
with its
his
inside.
guts hanging out of where he's eating.
I don't know if he's eating that. I think
Oh, she saw him
he
eating it.
tore the back open or whatever.
Dang.
It's his belly, dude. He
Well,
pulled up
he's-
the intestines and ate it.
He's fucking showing how to do it.
Yeah, they
He's a
bring it
man
to you.
cat.
They probably needed to see.
That's their trophy. They're bringing it to you.
Yeah.
Look what I got. I did it for you. Aren't you
should've
proud of
made-
me, Daddy?
You should have made some fucking bird soup.
I wasn't here. I was on vacation.
Make some bird soup for him.
I ain't ever come back.
Get that cat a medal. He
Is that a
brought
collar? His collar is skull and bones.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a warning sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
This cat's poisonous. He's gonna eat you.
So vicious.
He's the cuddlest cat ever.
And he's a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time he used to go in and out of the basement of the house I lived at with Dan and Lane, and I'm in my bedroom all the way on the top floor. You hear a rabbit scream. I run downstairs, and all that was left was one hunch. He killed and ate a baby bunny
He
rabbit.
ate it besides a leg.
That I got back when I walked in the room to put the rabbit out of its misery. All that was left was a leg, and he was sitting there like gulping down whatever he had in his mouth.
Well, you didn't have to
course
worry about
he
putting
did.
out of its misery.
Oh my god. Dan would just wake up at 3 a.m. and hear the rabbit screaming underneath his bed.
Just because he was always leaving the window open.
Yeah. But he's a little bastard.
He's lucky other animals didn't come in there, besides what Bass was dragging in and out.
And we wouldn't be surprised if some sort of animal chased Bass in at one point.
Like a
And,
raccoon or something.
Yeah, and then poked its head in. Well, I'm not going to jump down there, but it smells like food and warmth in here.
Especially when he had those sugar gliders.
Oh yeah, nah. He might have been smart to close his window at that point, because he had like some regulations to follow and shit. They had their own tent that they were in. Although a raccoon can fucking tear down a tent if it wants to. I've seen it happen.
I synced it. All right, maniacs.
You guys got anything else to talk about with your baseball cards? You want the world to know?
Not where I live.
If you got any rookie cards you want to sell, let me know.
Post it online.
Yeah, trashdoc@gmail.com. Trashdoc@gmail.com.
I'm going the
Sell what
opposite.
you
I'm
got.
selling. I'm not buying.
You selling? No buy now.
Oh, I mean,
So
I'd like to, but
why are you buying, Derek? If you're trying to sell.
I'm trying to go through and buy high quality rookie cards mostly, and I would like to get them graded and then resell.
So you're trying to find the cards that aren't graded, so you can get graded.
Yeah, I'm
and
buying
sell.
up raw cards. Although I'm not opposed to buying up a graded card. It would, I've made some offers on some.
Do a lot of people have graded cards?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to Facebook Marketplace. That's easy to negotiate with people. You can pay cash.
So what are you
know?
finding? Are you finding more graded cards, or more like people trying to get rid of their bulk cards?
Usually just big bulk card sets, and you can go through them, or some people just have like, hey, I have a bunch of MJs and a bunch of Kobe's,
Make
whatever.
an offer for me or whatever.
And a lot of times when you talk to people that have that many cards, they have other shit that's not listed, and they'll make an offer to you and say, hey, do you like any of this stuff? And so some of the cards I got, like all those McCole Hardmans and shit, and one of them was a couple of them are Dante Hall. I wasn't looking for those cards, but he saw that I was a Chiefs fan, and then he's like, "Would you be interested?" And I saw that it was an autograph, and jersey swatches of McCole Hardman. He's going to be the Chiefs' possibly number one receiver this year because Tyreek Hill got traded.
Yeah.
So you get those cards. If he has a good breakout year this year, that's going to put their price up, and I can resell them. I wouldn't even have to get those graded. And make a profit right away.
Yeah.
Word.
I do want to know how the Niners looking.
Deebo Samuel's not happy.
He just wants to get paid. It happens. That's just the new first step in negotiations is, I'm going to erase my team from my Instagram. It don't mean shit. Everybody's done it to re-sign with their team later. Like, it's whatever. It's posturing. He'll get paid. They got money for him. It's just negotiation.
Yeah, the league will go
Niners
on.
will be fine. Well, I mean, we'll see what Trey Lance does. If shit, they might have Garoppolo back. I'm fine either way.
All right. Keep carrying on.
Okay. I mean, I've never had a problem with Garoppolo. His only problem is staying healthy. So as long as he stays healthy, it's the same thing every year. Defense is going to be fucking awesome. I mean,
But he can't take you all the way.
he can.
He can't finish it.
I don't think that's the problem.
He missed the throw.
He missed the throw.
He overthrew the streaking wide receiver. That
Yeah.
would have given the touchdown. It probably would have sealed the win.
Wide receiver streaking.
He was streaking down the field, and he overthrew him. Wide open.
Got
It happens.
buck fever.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
Trey Lance is a more electrifying player, but we'll see how he is. He's raw.
Yeah, just haven't seen him.
He's no Mahomes.
He started a few games last year. He seemed to do all
Yeah,
right.
no, he was fine, but it wasn't like he'd have his moments. He's still young. I mean, he's only like 22. Fuck, he only played 1 year of
22,
college
little
ball.
piece
He
of
played
shit.
like 11 college football games. Like he's
Where did he play college ball at?
North Dakota State.
Oh, that's right. Small town.
Yeah, they played like an 11 game season. Then he played one game in the COVID year,
Yeah, he was like, I'm done.
and then it was just like, yeah, it's time to go in the NFL. So he's really
He was a
Wow.
top 10 pick.
Wow.
Top
third
5?
overall.
Or like 6th?
yeah,
third overall?
Yeah, third overall.
Who number 1 quarterback taken?
Second
Was
quarterback.
that Lawrence?
Nah,
Trevor Lawrence went number 1.
it was because it was Burrow's year, wasn't it?
No, Burrow was. This will be his 3rd year now.
No, then yeah,
It was him and Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars from Clemson. He was number 1.
I don't remember the whole draft. Who was it?
No, I thought Burrow was separate.
Burrow went number 1 the year before.
Yeah, not with Lawrence.
No.
Yeah, Lawrence was his rookie year last year, and
yeah.
so was Trey Lance.
You think Lawrence is going to do anything good?
I've always thought he was overrated. They've been hyping him since high school.
Yeah. He's just tall.
I mean, he's a good
got
quarterback.
a
He
good
throws a
run.
good ball. He can move.
You got to give that entire team a year without fucking Urban Meyer.
Yeah, that's
Who knows
the
what
hard
the fuck
part
he
to
did to
judge.
that
Is
team.
that he had Urban Meyer as a coach. So his first year was a train wreck from
From
the
get-go.
beginning, and it was totally out of his
He might
control.
just be fucked right now. He might have just T-bowed himself.
No, he still had plenty of time to improve. I mean, he could still be great.
Pop
He
up in
just,
golf in a couple years or
he
whatever.
just never really. Because fuck, I don't remember many Trevor Lawrence highlights. It was all the dumb shit that Urban Meyer was doing. So it was like he kind of distracted
Yeah,
everybody.
I
so
feel like I didn't
He
hear
might still be good.
anything
I don't
about
know.
him in the NFL.
Yeah.
He just got tackled a bunch, I think.
that
He
happens.
made some good throws last year, but he doesn't have any fucking talent around him.
And he was on the
coaching
Jaguars,
staff
and
was
they were
pathetic
dog
last
shit.
year.
That's why they have the number 1 pick again this year. Like, it was just a terrible team. But like I said, you had Urban Meyer that was just doing all kinds of dumb shit.
Correct.
So who even knows what that could be? So he's got an actual proper coaching now, so it could be something decent. But
Who's coaching them? Excuse me.
Jacksonville? Who the fuck went to Jacksonville? I don't remember. I feel like it was it like an older coach that
It was the Jacksonville Jaguars
Puss
coach.
puss. Kiki.
fuck, I keep
Kiki.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Doug
Peterson.
Peterson.
old Philadelphia
former
Eagles
Chiefs.
coach.
Oh, shit.
Won
That's
the
right.
Super Bowl with the Philly special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Then lost his job like a year later.
But he was also known
It was
as a
hard.
quarterback whisperer, so because he got the best that Carson Wentz has ever played. So
And he also had
was it Kirk Cousins?
was with Alex Smith when he had his best career year.
Yeah,
with
so
the
he's
Chiefs.
supposedly good with quarterbacks.
All
So
right, all right.
he might do some stuff with.
Who you betting on this year? Who's the hot team?
Chiefs are always hot.
Shut up.
Well, they are. They're like one of the betting favorites right now. to go to the Super Bowl.
for the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, not as good odds as they used to be.
It was dwindling. Sounds like
Still didn't drop. his
Mahomes
face.
might need something shaken up. He might need a little more.
Yeah, they got a whole new receiving core, so there you go.
Oh, did he? Did he know?
They're probably going to draft a couple wide receivers, maybe each in the first round. They have 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks, 12 picks overall.
What? How'd they get all that shit? For being in the
Because
Super
they
Bowl?
traded Tyreek Hill
They
and
got a
got 5
shitload
picks
of
back.
picks from Tyreek
Oh,
Hill.
they traded him?
Yeah.
He wanted a new contract. He wanted to be the highest paid receiver. So once God, what's his name? Jones
Davante
came
Adams.
over. Devontae Adams. When he came over to the Raiders made him the highest paid wide receiver, and Hill was really close to signing with the Chiefs, and he's like, I want to beat that deal. And they're like, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So they traded him.
We already have Mahomes.
Receivers
so-
started making a shitload of money this year.
Yeah, there's some of them like knocking on the door of $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
like
It picked up hard.
5 years ago. Quarterbacks were just reaching that number.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of the best wide receivers in the league just got traded. I mean, Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams are legit.
'Cause they
could be
wanted more.
Number one, number one receiver
So
right now.
what? How are they getting paid that much?
What do you mean? How are they getting paid that much? They sign the contract. The team pays them
It started with Christian
But if they're
Kirk.
not even the best ones,
It started with Christian Kirk getting a shitload of money from
because the
Jacksonville
Jacksonville
Jaguars.
Jaguars can't get free agents because they're such a shitty team.
So they
So
overpay.
they pay out the ass. Yeah. So then all the other guys are like, well, that's the new ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy that's a second round pick, hasn't had a 1,000-yard season, hasn't done nearly
Never
what we
done-
have.
he's
All of a
solid.
sudden gets $85 million. Like, we deserve more than that. And they'll get it because that's the market. Like, that's what they set the market at. And so now all of a sudden receivers are getting $25 million a year. And it's just like, they don't want to pay that. So, yeah, 2 of the best got traded. It's crazy.
You put your
Crazy
money
time.
on quarterbacks and guys that make quarterbacks' lives tough, like your secondary players and rushers.
it's all about the line.
The rushers,
Yeah, defensive lineman. That's where it started.
You want
But
to get
now
the
it's
edge dudes that can get after the quarterback, and you want to get secondary guys, cornerbacks and safeties that can take the ball away or shut down half the field. If that's where you put your money at. And then you also want to protect your quarterback. So line on both sides, quarterback, secondary players.
Wow.
yeah, cornerbacks are getting paid, starting to get paid too.
Well, anytime you have like a game record, dude, they always get paid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Niners will be fine. We'll see what happens. But,
Paid by money.
They'll have a good D.
well, yeah, that's always going to get you. Like I said, it depends on what happens with Garoppolo and Lance. If Lance comes out and fucking balls out, next Lamar Jackson or whatever he is, it's going to be awesome.
Who's Lance?
Trey Lance. That's
Quarterback of the
Oh, okay,
Niners.
the
that's
new
the kid
guy.
they traded up to
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
But because he's more mobile. He's bigger. He's not going to go down to an injury like
Fucking
Garoppolo.
thoroughbred.
Yeah, fucking got a cannon. Like, yeah, he's everything you want, but it's just he's not played hardly any football, so you don't really know.
Wait, so when is the draft? Like,
Ooh, like
The
9
end
days.
of the month, the 28th, I think.
yeah. I thought that was.
Yeah, it's like 9 days, 8
almost
days.
thought it was this weekend or something.
Next weekend, probably.
I think it starts on like a Thursday now, doesn't it? Or is it Friday?
I don't know. Probably a
they
Thursday
gotta
because it goes
Yeah,
3
man.
days.
Round
gotta
one,
do a
one
pre-draft.
night, round 2 this next night, and then I think or is it round
It's
2 and
round
3?
1, round 2 and 3, then
and the
4 and
rest,
5.
yeah.
Then, yeah, it might be crammed. I think it's only 3 nights. But it'll be fun.
You gotta exploit it while you can.
I mean, I don't have to give too much of a shit because the Niners don't have a first-round pick for a while, so we got a couple seconds, though.
Because you're that badass.
No, because we gave up a lot to go get Trey Lance last year, including our first-round pick this year. We
To
gave
who?
it to the Dolphins. But that's going to be cool, too, because they took our old offensive coordinator. So the Dolphins are going to be interesting this year. For me, anyway. I don't know if anybody else gives a shit, but
I love that Jalen Waddle on the Dolphins. When he gets a touchdown, he does a penguin waddle.
yeah, they got personality out there. It's Miami. Fuck it.
That Dan Marino's full of shit.
Shit.
Laces out, Dan. All right, on that, welcome to Trash Talk.
I'm D.
I'm Lane.
I'm Tony.
I love you. Fuck off.
All right.
I don't know.
Good night.
Eat a dick.